so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked.
That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live. Welcome to the Dropshot, episode number 73. Yes, correct. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined, as always, by my dear friend Tanner, TDS. Tanner, how the fuck are you?
I'll say I'm doing pretty good, but
you're not, right?
I'm a little upset, but
What?
yeah.
Tell us why you're upset, Tanner. What's going on?
No, we'll get into it.
Okay. Well, okay. Shit on.
We'll fucking get into it.
You just hit me with just nope. Suck my dick.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Suck me off.
Tanner's upset for unknown reasons, unspecified reasons, which we will get into. So yeah, today we have an episode. It is going to be both fun and exciting, which is, you know, a first for this, podcast. But first we have, of course, a couple announcements. Sorry, I was turning off my fan. Not because it's not hot as shit in my room, right? Because it is. But because I didn't want to degrade the auditory quality of this program.
Yeah.
So, nonetheless, a couple announcements. So, first of all, welcome to our new patrons. And then also, Bud Reds, I would like you to thank you for the offline Twitch Prime Submarino. Thank you, Bud Reds. Change it, by the way, for that. And yeah, of course, patreon.com/thedropshot. And what you're going to do is you're going to go there and you're going to fucking sign up. Because here's what I'll do. I'm not going to start a podcast if there are no new patrons to announce. How about that? There's no new patrons and there's just no episode that day. We can do that. Because I'm never be embarrassing myself in this way ever again. So everyone listening who is not a patron, you should be ashamed of yourself. And I dare say, you should be shot in the street like a dog. In game, of course. So let's change it. Patreon.com/thedropshot. 4 bonus episodes per month for only $5. And you get access to, of course, the full catalog. So if you signed up right now, you just instantly 10 Patreon bonus episodes at your disposal, at your fingertips. Yeah. You could even integrate it with an RSS feed, whatever the fuck you want to do. It's simple. And then, yeah, one every week. And then there's other shit too, like the Damascus Hangouts, which we did last night. Yeah, by the way, a lot of people did not show up for the hangout last night. Totally fine. It's your prerogative. But quite a few people did. And unfortunately, everyone's been playing the beta. So we were doing that. We had a couple different groups going, and then we kind of unified into one group once we only had 6 people around. It was very fun. But, yeah, it just kind of sucks because you can't do, like, custom games for the Cold War beta. But nonetheless, it was a great time. I had fun. But yeah. We'll get into it. Don't
worry though, we're gonna be doing zombies in 27 days. We'll be playing zombies.
True. And then Tanner, any announcements?
Yeah. Hey, thanks you fucking cocksuckers. 0 offline subs. I'm fucking furious. Imagine still giving Raz your offline sub. You guys are so dumb. You guys are giving your Twitch Prime sub to him. Really?
Chat.
Who gives a fuck about him?
Chat. True. Chat, look at these notes, dude. So I write most of the notes. Tanner adds his in as needed. I haven't read this until right now. Here's Tanner's addition to the notes. Quote, thanks for the 0 offline subs. Appreciate the support, boys. With an exclamation. Dude, these are internal notes, and he's punctuating it sarcastically just for himself, dude. Thanks. Appreciate the support, boys. And then he has some points that say, still getting scammed by subbing to Raz. Sad, really. Second sub bullet point, just the word cocksuckers. Oh my God, dude, my stomach hurts. Holy shit, that was funny as fuck. Usually if he doesn't have subs, he just doesn't add anything to the notes. So I saw there was a new note, and it started with thanks. So I was like, oh, cool, Tanner has something to say. He does, but there's no offline subs. Oh, holy shit, that was so goddamn funny. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to be a good episode. So,
well,
thank you for not supporting Tanner, because that made me laugh really hard, which of course was worth it. So we'll keep that in mind. Okay, well, another announcement here. The Vaping Viking has donated another, because he's an insane person, 100 United States dollars. Let's fucking go, dude. Viking, chill. He says, but will you start the podcast for this? Yes, I will do that. That is fine. If we have no patrons and Viking wants to piss away 100 United States dollars, we can, in fact, start the program for that. I will make an exception.
It's also super weird because we just announced that everyone needs to sign up for the Patreon, and I just refreshed it and nobody signed up in the last 3 minutes. So what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, it's crazy, actually. We're shilling hard tonight, by the way, which I'm a fan of.
Oh, the pod's not going to go on unless we get 3 more patrons. So
we're just gonna wait. We're going to hold it hostage.
We'll wait. Yeah. Don't care. Cocksuckers.
We're not gonna move on until we get 5 more patrons.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jesus,
fucking
bro,
God.
relax.
That is so goddamn funny.
Well, we have some news in the chat. I've been told I've been gifted a sub. Let's check.
Just gifted a sub on Tanner's channel because you should all feel bad.
Let's go, baby. Aussie Menace with the offline gifty boy. Hell yeah.
Hell yes, dude.
Thanks, you bloody ripper.
Thank you, Aussie.
Let's fucking go, dude. Thank you.
By the way, Viking, again, thank you, for real, seriously. Did not have to do that, obviously. And you've given a ton of money to this program already. Very much appreciated. Thank you, dude. $200, that's a ton. So in all seriousness,
it's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money for a podcast about a video game. So I appreciate it sincerely, brother. Glad to have you here. By the way, twitch.tv/thevapingviking, where he gives away more money, kind of like this. He just, in his free time, as you guys can probably tell, Viking likes to piss away money. So why don't you go get in on it? Twitch.tv/thevapingviking, one word. Follow him on Twitter as well, same handle, because he has a brain, and he has the same handle on every social media platform, which is, if you're trying to brand yourself, a smart thing to do. So, of course, he's done that. So thank you, Viking. Much appreciated. Brother, Aussie, thank you for giving Tanner some love, even though it was much funnier that he didn't get any. But now another announcement. This is a fun and exciting announcement. We went over on Saturday that we would be giving away a copy of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Ultimate Bundy Bop Red Door CIA Hit Registration Working Edition. So if you buy the Ultimate Edition, your hit reg actually works, which we'll get into. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a giveaway right the fuck now of Black Ops Call of Duty Cold War. Now you might be hearing about this for the first time, in which case you might ask, "Hey, I want to win the game. How do I enter?" Go back in time listen to last week's episode and then follow the instructions. That's how you win. So if you want to go ahead and just fucking hop in your DeLorean and go back in time, then you could do that. But now it's too late. We're done. The giveaway was you go to the Discord, join the fucking Discord, of course, react to the announcement, and then you've been entered into the pool. We said we would be drawing the winner this evening, and here we are. So let's see who the lucky man, woman, or non-binary is going to get a copy of the Black Ops Call of Duty Cold War Ultimate Edition.
I hope it's a non-binary.
By the way, this is not sponsored by us. This is sponsored by who wanted to give away a copy of Black Ops Cold War Ultimate Edition. So when this person gave me the funds to give away this money, this person said, I want to remain anonymous. So we were respecting those wishes. But Anonymous, you know who you are, you dumb bitch. Thank you very much. And without further ado, let's give it away. So we're using the same website. I have compiled the list here, which I will just be smashing there. So here's everyone who entered into the announcements. And I'll zoom in a little bit here. There we go. So that's everybody. So thank you all for entering. Thank you for being in the Discord.
Dude, what if I win? I
And
saw
now
my name on there.
your name's not on here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I deleted it if it was.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you and Ben, I just deleted your names because don't enter the giveaway.
Ben did it.
Yeah, because Ben's an idiot.
Come
So
on,
I said,
dude, he's
hey,
cheap.
hey, Ben, suck my dick. You're disqualified. But anyways, yeah. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to click the pick a random name button, and then a name's going to come up, and that person is going to win the game. So without further ado, drum rolls, please.
That's too fast? Is that too fast?
That's way too fast, yeah.
I don't
That's
know how to
over,
do
so
it.
stop.
Oh, is
The
it?
winner is Jimbo Slice 8742. Let's go. So, Jimbo Slice, congratulations on winning a copy of Black Ops Cold War Ultimate Edition, sponsored by. I will be DMing you on Discord tomorrow to give you your copy of the video game. So thank you, of course, for being a part of our small but vibrant and extremely humble community. Jimbo Slice. Change it, by the way. You know what I should do, dude, for the next giveaway?
Let's not change it, dude.
It's like Kimbo
There's nothing
Slice,
wrong with that
but
name.
it's Jimbo Slice.
It's better.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on. So Jimbo Slice, congratulations. I will PM you tomorrow. The game isn't out yet, so it doesn't matter when I give it to you.
You don't want to play it anyways.
Congratulations. So, yeah. So, by the way, let's just run it back. What are your thoughts on that, Tanner?
Let's run it back.
You want to
Should
just
we?
run it back?
Let's run it back, dude.
Because some people in chat are malding that they didn't win, right? They're mad and balding. They're malding.
Are they smalding?
They might be smalding, salty, mad, and balding. They might be smalding in the chat that they did not win this giveaway. So why don't we just run it back and
Let's run it back
and see what happens? We can just give away another one, right? I don't give
Just
a
do it.
fuck.
I don't give a fuck either. Just do another one.
I don't give a fuck, dude. Now, this copy that we are about to give away right the fuck now is sponsored by good friend of the pod, Mr. Slivovitz91. Thank you, Sliv. We appreciate you. I believe Sliv gave away a copy before, and he DM'd me on Discord along with 30 other people saying, hey, I want to give away another one. So I said, get scammed. Also send it. And he did. So thank you, Sliv. Very generous of you, brother. Very much appreciated. The community appreciates it as well. And without further ado, sponsored by Slivovitz, let's run it back, dude. Picking a random name again. Tanner, let's take two with a drum roll. Let's hear a drum roll, please.
I can't. Tell me when to stop.
It's stop.
Okay.
Stop. The winner is Fiji. Hashtag 8067. Let's go. Hit it. There we go. Yeah. Woo! Congratulations.
Don't ever do that. Woo! Again. Ever.
It's like podcast hosts gone wild. Fiji 8067. Congratulations, you dumb bitch. You've won.
Jesus.
So I will be PMing you and the other guy tomorrow. I forgot his name. Jimbo Slice. I'll PM you.
You already forgot.
I'll PM you both tomorrow on Discord to give you guys your copy of Black Ops Cold War Ultimate Edition. So Fiji, please remember, and I'll tell you this tomorrow, to thank Slivovitz. We thank Slivovitz. We stand Slivovitz here.
Thank you, Slivo.
Slivovitz is in the chat. Slivovitz is now VIP'd also. How about that? How do you guys feel about that, you dumb fucks? How do you feel about that, dude?
I'm okay with it.
Well, let me try. Let me see if I can type. That would be fun and exciting.
Feels okay, man.
Slivovitz 91 is VIP'd. Thank you, Sliv. Appreciate you, dude. This just in, breaking news. Breaking news. On the line here, I have a message from the Vaping Viking, who has donated another 90 United States dollars. And indeed, fantastic. And in all capital letters, because he's a child, was this attached message. Here, again, all caps. Let me try and read it this way. Here, do another one. I want to remain anonymous. All capital letters, end quote.
Oh, shit.
So, I guess we just have to run it back, dude. Just running it back. So, Viking, thank you very much for sponsoring the next copy. This is not scripted, by the way. This is actually not scripted. No, I'm not fucking Ms. Kiff, okay? I don't script things. Shout out to Ms. Kiff, friend of the pod. This is not scripted. I didn't plan this. But hey, we go with the flow here. We're like Bruce Lee. Like water, dude. Like water. We crash when we need to. We flow when we need to. Any Jeet Kune Do in the chat? Doesn't matter. Viking, thank you.
Just get on with it. Let's go.
Thank you for the 90 United States dollars. And let's run it back. Another one. How Smalding are the people who forgot to enter this giveaway, whose chances are now tripled if they had entered? They're fucking Smalding, right? They're salty, mad, and balding. They're Smalding. But nonetheless, drum roll, please. Stop. The winner is SP Farm number 2100. Let's go. SP Farm. Congratulations, you dumb bitch, for winning our third copy of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Ultimate Edition. Sponsored by our one and only Obsidian patron, the Dropshot Patriarch, the Vaping Viking. So SP Farm, thank you for being a part of our small but vibrant and extremely humble community. And I will be DMing you on the social media app Discord tomorrow to give you your copy. So congratulations. Make sure you DM the Vaping Viking a very nice message thanking him for his boundless generosity. Viking, appreciate all the support.
Especially if you have Bouncy, send a video
this evening. And yeah, that would be great. If you, I suspect SP Farm number 2100 does not have bouncies. And we're talking about a pneumatic young woman when we say bouncies. Read a book.
Or non-binary.
Or non-binary, of course. Yeah, naturally. So we are social justice warriors on this program. This is a social justice podcast. Disguised you are fake news. Disguised as a Call of Duty podcast.
Yeah.
Anyways, SP Farm, congrats, kiddo. I'll PM you as well tomorrow. Viking, thank you again. So, Sliv, Viking, and thank you for sponsoring this giveaway this evening. And if you're Smalding that you didn't win a copy, fret not. We have more. And now I will announce that, which is in the notes. So, Aussie Menace has sponsored another giveaway, which we will not be doing this evening. We're going to be doing this on the 31st of October, episode 77. Now, how do you win this copy? Super simple, actually. Listen to the program next week. So on Saturday, October 24th, at any random interval during the podcast, I'm going to say a code word. And it's going to be obvious. I'm going to say code word blank. The code word will not be blank, by the way. It'll be a code word. That is not the word blank. I'm going to say code word blank. And
what
then,
if we accidentally make it blank?
Hopefully I remember not to make it blank. Imagine if I actually did that, how mad people would be.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, yeah, we're going to say a code word next Saturday. And then so that after that episode, if you want to be entered into the giveaway, you DM me on Twitter the code word. Just write a message on Twitter and DM me the code word. And then that's it. And then you'll be entered to win the giveaway.
So basically what you're telling me is my best odds are to be here live.
No. That's not at all what I'm telling you.
You're supposed to say yeah, but okay. Continue.
I don't get it. I don't get why that would increase your odds.
Continue.
I will say this. The odds of winning any giveaway, this one's going to be the highest. Because you have to actually listen to the entire episode, or at least long enough to hear the code word. Because it's not going to be like, it's going to be randomly placed. The point of this, of course, is to scam new people in forcing them to listen to the entire episode. They can't just fast forward through to the end. And the reason that people are going to comment it publicly is because then everyone else will just copy the one comment. So that's why I'm making you DM me. It's actually very Machiavellian. Read a book. So we're going to say the code word, and then you DM it to me, and then you'll be entered. So if you have the moxie and the gumption and the tenacity and the determination to actually enter this giveaway, your odds are going to be higher here than any other giveaway. Because the barrier to entry is so high. It's not. It's fucking easy. But most people aren't going to do it. So,
dude, it's actually crazy that we've given away more copies of the game than FaZe Clan, Optic Gaming,
yeah,
100 Thieves combined, dude.
Have we really?
Nobody gives out games. Everyone gives out one game.
Yeah.
They give out a game. We've given out countless.
Yeah.
I don't know how many we've given out.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Well, it's all thanks to, let's be clear. We, as in Tanner and Razinon, have given out one copy of Cold War. But what we've actually done, because we're communists here, right? This is a communist agrarian society, or more like a technocracy. Doesn't matter. We've redistributed copies of the games from one Discord member to another. So
yeah,
get absolutely scammed. But our community is extremely vibrant and generous. So we've just given away a bunch of copies because people insist on donating copies of the game. So anyways, yeah, it's not complicated. I'm going to say a code word next week, and then you have until the following week to DM me the code word and you'll be entered. And then I'm going to pull the winner on the 31st. And if you're confused, then come back Saturday and I'll explain it again for the fucking 5th time. And then maybe it'll sink into your dumb fucking skull. Right? So that's what we'll do.
Jesus.
That's what we'll do. So yeah. And that one's sponsored by Aussie Menace. Twitch.tv/Aussie Menace. He does stream, by the way.
The Bloody Ripper?
The Bloody Ripper. Young Aussie Menace. So check him out. We'll be plugging him more throughout these giveaways. $90 for quite a bit of promotion, by the way. This is a very popular program, so if you wanted to advertise, you could give us 90 United States dollars, and we will briefly mention your name a couple times to about 2,500 people. Anyways, thank you, Aussie. And then also, lastly, Tanner and I, ourselves, out of our own dumb pockets, are going to be sponsoring another fucking giveaway. Another one.
Nobody ran that by me.
We absolutely did run it by you, but you were probably preoccupied with
fake news.
a cougar.
Fake news as fuck.
In Zion National Park.
That's the fakest news I've ever heard.
Okay. Well, anyways, here's
I'll just pay for 10% of it since you take 90% of the profits from the Dropshot, the Call of Duty podcast.
That is not true. That is fake news. Do not let this man let you think this. Anyways, let's move on. Yeah, we're going to be giving away another copy of the game, Black Ops Cold War Ultimate Edition. How do you enter this one? Patreon.com/thedropshot. Get scammed. Get scammed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our list of patrons and I'm going to randomly pick one and give them a game. That simple. So if you want to win, be a patron. Very simple. Now, I don't actually expect anyone to sign up for the Patreon as a result of this. In fact, it would be very unwise of you to do that if the only purpose was to try and win the giveaway.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of patrons. We're the hottest up and coming podcast in gaming, so maybe not thousands, but we're getting there. So don't enter for a chance to win. You'd be dumb to, but you can if you want, I guess. But this is more like a thank you to everyone who's just like supporting the pod. So if you are a patron, fret not. You have a chance to win. And I will be picking that one. We will be picking that one next week, the 24th. We're just going to pick a random patron. You don't have to do shit. Just be a patron. I've got your home address, bitch. So I don't need any more info from you. I don't need any more info from you, dude. So
this could be the record for longest intro ever.
It's certainly fucking possible. And we were almost done, but now we're not almost done, right? We were almost done, but unfortunately, this is why we have a jingle. I don't feel guilty about these anymore. Just keep, hey, jinglers, keep going. Keep going, dude. You didn't miss it. Keep going. Keep going, jinglers. Okay. So let me be super clear. I've gotten like 8,000 notifications for 2-bit cheers. Hey, stop. I'm not going to sit here and do arithmetic like I'm a 4th grader, adding up 2 bits plus 6 bits plus 3 bits like an absolute asshole. So stop doing it. Stop doing it. Number 1. Number 2, thank you, I guess, for destroying my OBS with your shit notifications. So stop and change it. Red Bearcat 9027. Okay. With the 500 biddies. How many notifications did I miss? I think just that one. Aussie Menace gave some bits in small denominations, which makes me smalled. Vike with like about 500, I guess. Thank you. And then Viking with the 5 here, did it again with subs now. 5, 6, 7, 8 gifted subs. Let's fucking go, boys.
The boys are fucking nuts tonight, dude.
The boys are on one.
You want to know what's crazy though? Is I just refreshed the Patreon. We still have the same number of patrons. So,
yeah.
Hey, this intro is gonna keep going. So I'm getting another drink. Make it fucking happen now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink as well. So we'll be back when we have 2 new patrons. So figure it the fuck out. How mad are you if you're listening on a podcast app and you were like, wait, are they actually just going to ignore us? Yes, I was getting a beer. So keep that in mind. What do we have here? Let me see. What was I doing? So yeah, anyways, Viking, Aussie, Red Bearcat. Thank you, boys. Very much appreciated. Viking with another gifted subs to Streamlabs. Okay. Okay, Streamlabs, the bot, is now a sub here. And Lemur Party, the young lady with the 1,000 biddies. Let's go. Thank you, brother. Sister, sorry. I'm so used to saying that. I am deeply honored, humbled, and...
Dude, you're sweating, bro.
Privileged, Miss Lemur.
You're drenched.
All this money gets me fucking hot and heavy, dude. Hot and heavy. And I'm also smalding because we don't have any new patrons, so I'm boiling. I am any moment now, I'm going to erupt and just destroy my room out of anger, right? Out of anger.
Do you have that strength? Let's go, baby. We got one.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. A new patron, dude. Woo! Now, I didn't get the notification, so are you sure about this? There we go.
Just refreshed it, dude. 90 to 91.
Let's go, dude. Zeocam saves the day. Zeocam, thank you, everyone. Thank Zeocam, because we were not going to continue the podcast until we got a patron. So Zeocam, thank you. You've saved the evening. And
Save the evening. Now
welcome to the Patreon,
on.
brother. Now we can indeed move on. So, but yeah, Viking, Lemur, everybody, thank you. Lots of fucking love tonight. And we're still on the announcements. So it's been 44 minutes and we're still doing announcements. So Jingler's blown the fuck out, by the way, right? Jingler's just blown the fuck out.
They're smalding so bad.
They're
right
absolutely smalding. Yeah.
We're going to get at least 3 1-star reviews from this one.
Yeah, we've got some 1-star
Suck my
reviews.
cock, though. Don't care.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Suck Tanner's cock. Okay. So what else do we have? Lastly, Pritch has donated 150 United States dollars. And he says this. Whenever you do mine, because Pritch is sponsoring another Black Ops Cold War Ultimate Edition giveaway, which we will announce soon, but not this evening. You guys thought I was lying or some shit because you're dumb. I'm not lying. I have so many copies to give away, dude. Because our community is the most generous and bountiful.
Well, they're not little boys to start with. That's why.
They are not little boys. They are, in fact, boomers. But Pritch is younger than I am and Tanner, and he makes more money than both of us. So
probably combined.
That's probably combined, so that's emasculating. But he has donated 150 United States dollars. He says, whenever you do mine, include the battle passes. So, bet. Pritch, we will be doing your giveaway soon. We will include the battle passes. Now, we're going to include the bundle version so that we save money, and we're going to take the rest off the top, right? So it's a $90 game with the battle pass, 20 more bucks. That just $40 in my pocket, bitch. Get scammed. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We'll give away the rest of it in COD points or whatever. So yeah, thank you, Pritch. Very much appreciated, brother. I will, you know what? I will write down to include, here we go. Include some battle pass money in the amount of 60. Okay, cool. Got it. Thank you, Pritch. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. And the brown note with the Submarino. Change it. Let's go. Thank you, dude. Deeply honored, humbled, and privileged. Without further ado, 46 minutes and 47 seconds into this program, Tanner, any other announcements?
No, I don't think so. I think we're ready to move on now.
All right. I think we are ready to move on. So, Jinglers, your time has come. Your thumb is atrophied because you've just been fucking scrubbing for so long. Shit on. If you were listening for the jingle, here it is. All right. So, real quick, scrubbers, skippers, jinglers. That was a very fun set of announcements. We did some giveaways. It was fun and exciting. I would recommend you go listen to it if you typically skip announcements. It was fun and exciting, in my view. Also, we're over 500 subs. Thanks, boys. Appreciate that. That is a milestone. Now, we're not over 1,000.
Big, dude.
We're not over 1,000, so we're not doing the next episode till we're just gonna start blackmailing our fucking listeners.
Jesus.
No more.
Any scumbags?
Any scum fucks? Yeah.
Just
kidding.
us.
Kidding. But yeah, thank you, boys, very much. Nonetheless, let's move on here. So, before we get into the topic of today's episode, playlist updates. There are none for Modern Warfare, but for the Black Ops Cold War beta, which is live and open, as we speak, in fact, the level cap increased from 31 to 40, and the control mode was added to quick play. So at level 40, like from 31 to 40, you can get an RPG, which I'm not looking forward to seeing ever in any game ever. The RPD, the KSP, which is like a burst fire SMG. And if you're getting Damon vibes, stop it. It's not good. It's not a Damon at all. It's shit.
Did you try it?
Yes, it's awful.
Oh, okay.
With attachments, it might get better, but as it stands, hard pass. Especially with the dog shit hit reg for the beta, I do not trust the burst fire gun, really.
True. Well, the M16 shreds, though.
The M16 is disgusting. We're gonna get into it, but and then there's some other shit too, some perks, some wild cards. So they did increase the level cap. And then also, yeah, control mode was added to quick play. Now, control mode is basically you spawn, one team is defending, one is attacking, and there are 2 points. Kind of like headquarters, but there's 2 instead of 1, and you don't fight over. It's nothing like headquarters. There's 2 points, and each team has 30 lives total. So you can respawn until you're out of lives, and then you can't respawn. And the way to win the game is to run the other team out of lives or capture both zones if you're the attacker. Now, before we continue, Tanner, you need to go to your Logitech settings and manually change the focus. Because obviously, autofocus isn't working and you're making me furious. Just waving your camera.
Are you pissed?
Waving your blurry hand at the camera.
How mad are you?
Trying to fucking figure it out while I'm trying to host the hottest up and coming podcast in gaming. I'm Smalding. That's how mad I am. So
I can tell.
While Tanner fixes his Logitech C920, what are your thoughts on these developments? Level cap increase and control mode.
Control is pretty fun. I played it already. I thought the same thing as you. When I saw that the level cap increase now has an RPG in it, I was furious. But yeah. I didn't get killed from it yet, but it's also probably because I played for 4 rounds and crashed every single one of them. So hey, maybe I just didn't run into one yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm running Flak Jacket right now. I don't know if it's called Flak Jacket in this game. Because everyone's using fucking frags and it makes me furious. So I'm curious how well Flak Jacket will do against an RPG. Flak Jacket is incredibly strong in this game, by the way. Like incredibly strong. Which I like. Because let's take explosives and shotguns while we're at it out of Call of Duty games. So the fact that Flak Jacket works so fucking well, I'm a big fan of. So, keep that in mind. Now, I'm sorry that we're pausing the program here for all of our listeners who are kind of wondering, what's this odd lull and this like dead air that's going on. Because normally the drop shot, it flows seamlessly, or one of our favorite adjectives on this program, adverbs, read a book. But now it's just weird, right? What's going on? Tanner, can you explain what we're doing here, please?
Well, here's the thing. Since I got 0 gifted offline subs, except for Aussie, I'm too broke, right? So I have the worst webcam in the world, right? So it won't autofocus. It's autofocusing on these dog shit blackout curtains, okay? So it's not fucking working. So I had to open the stupid Logitech app, which is garbage, by the way.
It is garbage. Yeah.
And set it to manual focus. And hey, look it. It's still not fucking focused. So hey, thanks for the advice, cocksucker. It didn't work.
It works. It looks fine right now. You look focused mostly, but
I'm going back to auto, see what happens.
Anyways, that is that. This has been an interesting episode so far.
It's been the worst episode we've ever recorded.
I'm gonna have to keep it a buck with you. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. You like Control though?
I think it can be fun. We didn't enjoy it too much in BO4, but I think towards the end of the game, I think we started liking it, didn't we?
I don't remember either, to be honest.
I don't remember like loving it, but I ended up being okay with it, actually. Kind of like how I used to love Dom, and now I kind of don't, almost.
I almost like Hardpoint more than Dom now, too.
Oh, I definitely like Hardpoint more than Dom.
Almost. Maybe not. I don't know.
But I think Control's fun, yeah. It kind of reminds me of like, it can get hype like Search and Destroy, but you still respawn,
Yes.
but it can still be intense like that, and you have to make good plays, and you can't just run around and be an idiot.
Yeah. Dude, by the way, Tanner, when you got off last night, we had 6. Op suggested we play VIP Escort. So I was like, okay, sure, we can try this. It'll be a goof.
Okay, is that what you said?
Okay. Okay. By the way, fucking really fun, dude.
Really?
Really fucking fun. But it's one of those games where you really shouldn't play it unless you have a full squad. But if you do, because like we were all in voice, so the whole team was in voice. And it was fucking fun as shit, dude. And I don't know if you know this, but in VIP Escort, there's downing and rezzing.
Mm-hmm. Of course I know
which
that.
I like, okay, which I had forgotten. And it adds another layer of complexity. It's fun as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It's fun, but it's something that you just won't play often because you have to like have a full group for it to be worth doing, in my opinion.
Yeah, we can play it for the 2 rounds that I crash each time, and then before we swap to Warzone. Yeah, we'll try that.
Yeah, we could
for sure.
And that, dude, that's going to be a really fucking fun game mode for the Damascus Hangouts. Custom games, VIP Escort.
Oh,
yes, dude, 100%. Because there's downing. There's like, dude, yeah, there's like outplay potential. There's subterfuge. It's fantastic, dude. It's going to be so fucking fun for the Damascus Hangouts, dude. No cappuccino.
Also, hey, if you're listening to this and you have a 2.0 plus KD in Modern Warfare, sign up for the fucking Patreon because we need to balance these teams and we need another really good nutty player. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, patreon.com/thedropshot.
Patreon.com/thedropshot. Shout out to ZeoCam, who brought you this entire episode. We would have still been doing announcements. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Back to Control though. It's okay. Like you said, it can be fun. I'm never going to choose to play it though. I'm never going to choose to play it. But if it comes up, I'm fine with it. It's not terrible, but it's not great in my opinion. Especially when like if you're attacking and it gets to the last objective and people are just like holding sight lines with their aim assist snipers, which we will of course get into. It's very annoying. But still it can be fun. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So real quick, Jesus Christ. Viking has cheered 10,000 bits He has gifted a subscription to Backstreet. Shout out to the homie Backstreet from way back in the day, from San Diego. Handsome kid, real estate agent. And young Evan, aka Read a Book 1, has gifted 10 subs for a total of 111 subberinos. Let's go, boys. Dude, Viking, Evan, thank you. Boys, fucking insane, dude. Insane. Viking, you're nuts. I appreciate you very endlessly. Thank you, sir. Love you, dog. Evan as well. Welcome, dude. And thank you for the 10 gifty boys. Now we can actually start the episode.
I think your internet's shitting out again tonight, huh?
Oh shit, it is. Yeah, fuck. Is my stream cutting in and out?
It's just been getting like bad quality. It hasn't really been cutting out a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm
but
at
the quality
400
drops.
kilobytes a second upload right now,
Yikes.
which is not great.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Yeah, Viking just said it's been awful, actually.
Yeah, I just noticed that. It's coming back up, though. Hopefully it comes back. Well, hey, I'll move out and get better internet, so keep the gifted subs coming. Speaking of which, Evan, 10 more. Let's go. Thank you, dude. Jesus, 20. Appreciate you, brother, and Viking as well. Love you guys. Thank you. And
by the way,
it is much appreciated.
Some more breaking news.
Okay.
We have Mr. Salmonella in the Watch Party channel. So if anyone live
Let's go.
would like to hang out and chat live during the pod, join the fucking Discord.
Join the fucking
Join the
Discord.
Watch Party channel.
Yes.
It's pretty fucking simple. Just
We
click
could.
join.
Yeah. Yep. You could. Aussie with the gifty boy as well. Let's go. Gifted sub for a total of 38. Aussie Menace, who streams, by the way, twitch.tv/Aussie Menace, one word. Thank you for the gifted sub, dude. Appreciate you, boys. Very much obliged. And now, on to the meat and potatoes of today's episode, which is basically Cold War beta, our thoughts. Now, the beta's not over, but we...
Wish it was.
But, okay, Tanner's pissed. We'll get into it. But I've played quite a bit of it, enough to give you guys my comprehensive thoughts. And Tanner has as well. So, we're basically just going to give you guys what we like about the beta, what we've liked so far about it, and what we don't like, and then our overall impressions. Now, when I was writing these notes, these are in no particular order. The pros and the cons and everything. So we're just going to start by going through the pros, everything we like about the beta. And these pros, again, are in no particular order. But here they are. Number one pro here. The movement is nice. The sprint out time is insanely good and very fast, even without Gung Ho, the perk. I'm not even sure if Gung Ho functions the same way as it did in BO4. So in BO4, there's a perk called Gung Ho, and what it did was it allowed you to eliminate your sprint out time. So you can go from sprinting to aiming down sights like instantly, as opposed to like in Modern Warfare, where there's a sprint out timer, which is different depending on the gun and what attachments you use. So Gung Ho eliminated that. There is a Gung Ho perk in Cold War, but I'm not sure if it eliminates sprint out time, because it does a bunch of things in this game. You take no fall damage. I think you swap weapons faster. You can use equipment, fire, and reload while sprinting,
Which is great.
which I guess would be the elimination of sprint out time, because you can fire while sprinting, which means there's no sprint out time. So I've answered the question. But even without Gung Ho, sprint out time is very fucking fast in this game, which is great, which is good. Also, the sliding speed is fast as shit. And a lot of people don't like this. I love it because the outplay potential is there. And I've already done it a couple times.
Well,
slide
that's their own controller.
Slide under a peasant, slide under a console peasant, all while looking at him, and I'm shooting him the whole time. So this beer bottle is the console peasant. You guys can see on the camera here. I'm running at him, right? I'm running at him. I slide under him all while I'm shooting at him, and then he's dead by the time I'm behind him. And he's still turning his camera because he's a peasant on a controller. So the sliding is just insanely fast, crisp, and it gives you so much outplay potential for more reasons than just sliding underneath controller users. But that's one example. But I really like the slide. It's very dynamic. You can dive into cover fucking quick with it, by the way.
Yeah.
This slide has saved my life quite a few times where you just dip into cover. So the movement in general is the point. It's very good. It's very fast. It feels so much faster than MDub, and I'm a huge fan of it. Tanner, what are your thoughts?
I will say regarding that, the slide is so far that I noticed numerous times that I would try to slide and get behind cover, and it goes so far I would go past it, and then I just get ripped. Yeah. So that's something you got to get used to. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just you're not used to it because of Modern Warfare, of how much faster it seems to be. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. The movement is fucking great. I was very worried about this, and that initial alpha, that leaked footage we got when Doug is Raw accidentally streamed it. Oh, yeah. I thought the game looked fucking horrible. I was like, dude, the movement looks so clunky, terrible. And I know they've even changed things from the alpha to the beta. So I think it's great. I love the quick speed. Like you said, the sprint out time is fantastic. It's almost like you don't even need the ADS attachments for guns. That's what I'm kind of already realizing, which is fantastic.
Well, the thing is, I thought that too, but as you level up the gun, like if you get like the AK-47, it has a barrel that increases your effective damage range by 150%. And it's also heavy. It fucks your ADS speed. So that's when the ADS attachments come in handy to offset
Got
that.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, because my highest leveled weapon is the AK, which is only like 21, and I'm not kidding. It would be probably level 30 if my game didn't keep crashing. So
which we'll get into
that more.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like you said, sprint out time is great. I love the movement, dude. I love sliding. I know a lot of people don't for some reason. I think it's fun though. It creates a faster play style. Just the overall speed of the game is perfect.
Yes.
It's much better than Modern Warfare. I'm a big fan of that. I love quick plays. I love sliding far. Yeah, I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
It's feeling great, dude. Big fan of the movement. 9 out of 10 on the movement. Big fan.
Yeah, agreed, actually. I would give it a 10 out of 10 if the mantling worked at all, which we'll get into.
We'll get in. Yeah.
Which is the downfall of like every Treyarch game is the mantling is the worst. But it's actually not so bad this game if you're on a keyboard, which we'll get into. But yeah, the movement is fucking amazing, dude. The sprint out time is the biggest thing for me. The slide is great, and I love it. But better than that is the sprint out time. It means you can run and gun without being punished, and it doesn't incentivize camping as much. And I've talked about this ad nauseum about Modern Warfare. Everything about Modern Warfare encourages camping. That is not the case here with this movement. You can very easily run in some door and fuck someone. Even if they're camping and pre-aiming you, you can start shooting them instantly. Literally, with gung-ho. So, yeah, love the movement. Next pro here. The Gunsmith. I am actually... This was probably the most surprising thing about this beta. Is the Gunsmith. I didn't think there was going to be a Gunsmith at all, which we talked about on this program. And if there was going to be any kind of like depth to attachments beyond BO4, I did not expect it to be a Gunsmith. And I did not expect it to be this insanely fucking detailed. And further, I never would have guessed the Gunsmith is not only as detailed, but more detailed than the Modern Warfare one. And by the way, way fucking better. Why is it better? It gives you absolute values and percentages. So like this increases your ADS speed by 10%. That's all we've wanted with Modern Warfare. Instead, Modern Warfare just says plus ADS speed, which is incredibly stupid. And then it shows that dumb fucking bar that means nothing. But in this game, it says plus 10%, plus 15%, plus 17%, whatever. And then it'll also give you like fucking meters per second of your bullet travel time. And then how much more you got because of this 13% bullet velocity barrel. Like the depth is insane and it's so fucking good. And it appears to all be accurate descriptions so far. Obviously not all of this has been tested, but I feel like Treyarch's going to nail this and most of these things are going to work as intended. So the Gunsmith is another huge pro in my opinion. Your thoughts?
Yeah, the Gunsmith is great. Like you said, I didn't expect that at all. And especially the level of detail it has. Like, we were talking about, like, you can get to that one screen where it shows, like, everything. Like, it breaks down everything. Like, what the bullet speed actually travels at. I mean, it gets very in-depth. So that's great to see. I'm wondering, what's it called? I'm wondering if, like, I don't remember what I was going to say, but anyways, I'm really liking it so far. It's feeling fucking great. I mean, did anybody actually expect this Gunsmith coming? Honestly, like, I don't think anybody did.
What it makes me wonder.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
No, it's just that there's a lot of attachments too that only give you pluses, like bonuses, and no negatives. There's a lot of those. And in Modern Warfare, there's hardly any. I mean, is there any at all? Maybe some of the lasers don't give you any disadvantages to it.
Yeah,
but not usually.
1 milliwatt is like only positive.
I would say at least 90% of the attachments have a negative to them, yes. Whereas in this game, there are a lot of attachments that don't have any negatives. Yeah. So that's really cool to see.
Yep. Agreed.
But yeah, I'm pleasantly actually blown away by this system, and I wish I could level my guns up more and see it. But that's something I'm very excited for the full release.
Yeah, for sure. And it is interesting the attachments with no negatives. One thing I've noticed though, which I like this, but it's interesting, is all the really good attachments in MW do have negatives.
Yeah.
So like there are quite a few attachments that are just only positives, which is great, of course. But like the insane attachments, like there's this, I don't know if it's a stock or a grip on the AK, because mine's pretty high level. That it gives you like sprint out time, ADS speed, and ADS strafe speed. One fucking thing. Really good. But because of that, there's a negative. I forget what it is. It's like movement speed, or it's maybe like reload time, something like that. There's like some negative. So all the like really disgusting attachments like that are probably all going to have negatives. But that's good. Because if it didn't have any negatives, then why the fuck would anyone not run it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So like the Gunsmith seems pretty fucking well balanced and really well done so far. So I'm a huge fucking fan of the Gunsmith. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So we love to see that. By the way, read a book, 1550 biddies, and Mr. Salmonella with the 5 gifty boys. Welcome, boys. Evan, thank you. Sal, welcome home, Sanitarium. Leave me be. The Santa, Master of Puppets, the album, Metallica, their third album, 1986, I think is when it came out. One of the best, most seminal metal albums of all time. Sanitarium. Anyways, Sal. Couldn't matter less what I just did. Sorry. Sal, thank you, sir, for the 5 gifty boys. Welcome home. And Evan, thank you again as well. Much appreciated. Honored, humbled, and privileged. Later, Moose, take it easy. Evan, we can get a liquor chat in the Discord. That's a great idea. I will add that. Someone needs to DM me on Discord and remind me, though. Maybe that person is you. I don't care. Someone do it. Nonetheless, the Gunsmith is great. Next pro here. The created class system is very good. This is not like all upside. I have a negative attached to it, but for the most part, the created class system is actually pretty fucking good. It's not pick 10 anymore. And what that allows you to do is always use at least 5 attachments on both your primary and secondary, which I think is quite cool. If you want to do that, you can't do it with a pick 10 system. It just doesn't work. So if they get away from the pick 10 system like they have now, then you can do that. Have 5 attachments at least on every gun. And then you only get 1 wild card, and then each wild card is like super strong, and it gives you a ton of shit. Like one of the wild cards is Lawbreaker, which is overkill plus underkill plus like perk greed.
Yeah, greed. Yep.
So it's just like 1 wild card that does a ton of shit. And then there's 4 wild cards, at least in the beta, and they're all equally like very fucking strong. And then they change like what you can do and shit. So I think I like the created class system a lot. So let me put it this way. I like it better than Modern Warfare system. Because Modern Warfare is less customizable than this system. Modern Warfare, you can only have 1 blue perk, and you have to have a blue perk, and so, hey, pick a blue perk. You can't have 2, you can't have 0. You can have 1. That's it. And then the same with red and yellow. And that's it. And you have to have an equipment, and you have to have a lethal, and whatever.
That's actually crazy to think about. Like, think of when Modern Warfare came out. Like, if somebody told you, oh, the next Treyarch Call of Duty game will have even more customization, it'd be like, oh, no, suck me off.
Yes.
This game has all the customization. But
Absolutely.
that's true. It's great. I mean, it's got all the Gunsmith. Yeah, the created class system is great. I totally agree with you there. There's not really much else to say about it. But yeah, so far I've absolutely 0 issues with it. The wild cards are great. All of that. It's fun, dude. It is definitely, would you call it what they were saying, or I don't know if it was rumors or what they said.
They said a hybrid,
like a hybrid. I don't think it's a hybrid.
And pick 10. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really a hybrid. But
it's not there's nothing pick 10 whatsoever.
almost fucking nothing.
There's nothing. Yeah.
They're just thinking like the wild card thing about the perk 10.
Yeah,
I think that's
exactly
what they're assuming.
I think you're right. I think I agree with you.
But yeah. Created class is great. You mentioned a negative. Did you say what that negative was or no?
I will say it now. The only problem I have with the created class system that we have here is it forces everyone to have equipment. Or excuse me.
Yeah.
Not equipment. I don't really care about that. Actually, I do. It forces everyone to have equipment and lethals. And that results in just nade spam all the time. Yeah. If any of you in the beta have played Combined Arms Assault, you know that nade spam is a problem. Because in Combined Arms Assault on Cartel, for example, there are 24 people on the map and there is 1 objective. And everyone has the wild card Danger Close, which means you have 2 fragmentation grenades.
Yep.
So now, if you have a triple digit IQ, you could probably guess what that means. You can't take the point because everyone is throwing nades at the objective all the time. 24 people are spawning in for a total of 48 grenades, and it instantly spawn and just throw 2 nades on the point, and you can't fucking take it. So the downside of this system, as opposed to a actual pick 10 system, is the lethal spam, which you really can't solve that unless you do pick 10. Because in a pick 10 system, most people opt out of grenades so they can get an extra attachment on their gun or something. I'm not saying pick 10 is better than this system necessarily. What I am saying is there are costs and benefits to each one. The drawback of pick 10 is that you can't have every attachment you want on both your guns, which is a legitimate con. It's a legitimate not good thing. But with this system, the legitimate drawback is you just have to deal with everyone having too many lethals. Too much shit exploding in my first-person shooter game where I'm trying to do gunfights, not eat grenades. So that is the drawback. What are your thoughts, Tanner?
What about, are we not going to talk about the, I mean, that is absolutely true, all of that, definitely, but my bigger issue is the shotguns. Being able to use shotguns as secondaries. That's my biggest problem with the created class system right there.
That was in the second section,
yeah.
But we could talk about it now. That's fine.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about it since we were already talking about created class. But yeah, that's the biggest problem, and I think that's going to be a bigger issue as the full game comes out. I haven't noticed it a whole lot yet. People running the wild card so you can run, or just, well, no, you don't even have to run the wild card because they're fucking secondaries.
You can always, yeah, no matter what you're using, you can have a shotgun as your secondary. Yeah. Unfortunately.
So that's the worst part of created class, and that is going to be pretty busted. And the way Treyarch was in BO4, I can't see the shotguns being underpowered. They're all going to be too fucking good, and they're going to piss me off.
Yep.
That's the way it's going to be. And have I been abusing it? Of course I have.
Yes.
I've been using the SPAS 12 as my secondary in the beta. You know why? Because I fucking can.
It's so fucking broken, dude. Which we will get into, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, mine's only level 3. It's not good yet at all. I'm actually disappointed in it, but they'll get bad playing. For sure.
Keep playing. It gets better, trust me.
It's hard to keep playing when my game crashes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my only negative with it.
Yeah, that's also fair. I think that's less of a problem with I guess you could say it's a problem with the creative class system because they chose to put shotguns as secondaries. So yeah, we'll get a little more into that, I think. But I agree with you. Shotguns shouldn't be in the game. Any shotgun of any kind. But if they're going to have them, at least make them primaries. Especially the SPAS 12 with how fucking good it is. That's easily a primary, dude. Easily.
Oh, yeah.
If a fucking KSP is a primary, then the SPAS 12 needs to be a primary. So, agreed on that point. But anyways, next pro. I'm gonna give you my take, and I'm gonna go piss out of my huge white cock. So here we go. The maps are fucking good. I might even say great. I might say it. I'm not ready to say it yet, but I might.
Yeah, okay.
I might say that they're great, but they're definitely good. They are mostly 3-lane maps, and shocker, 3-lane maps work pretty fucking well. And a big fucking reason these maps are good, besides 3 lanes, they're not 30 times bigger than they should be. They're not too big, like every Modern Warfare map. Like every Modern Warfare map is too big. All of them, without exception, except Shoot House. So with one exception, every Modern Warfare map is just too large. Change it. This game, in the beta, most of the maps are not too big. Some of them are. But most of them are like the perfect size, and they're also 3 lanes. and they play really fucking well. The worst map in this beta, which in my opinion is Miami. I don't like that map. I dislike Miami not because of the visibility, but because of the clutter and the size. So Miami's too big. So there we go. Most of the maps are not too big. Miami is too big. And also, there's too much clutter. It gives me Piccadilly vibes. Now, is it as bad as Piccadilly? Of course not. Of course it's not as bad as Piccadilly. But it's not great. But even still, the worst map in the beta, in my opinion, Miami, is better than literally every single Modern Warfare map except for Shoot House. I'd rather play Miami than all Modern Warfare maps except Shoot House.
That's crazy.
Which is the worst map in the beta. All 6's maps, I should say. Because there's some good 10's maps. Like Arklov Peak, I actually really like that map.
Oh, you're talking about just 6. Yeah, okay.
But if I'm talking about just 6's, Miami's better than all of them except Shoot House.
Okay.
Because Shoot House is actually a great map. But besides that, yeah. So the worst map in this beta is better than every map except for the best map in Modern Warfare, which is a full-ass game that's almost dead. Its life cycle is almost complete. So that says a lot. That says a lot. The maps are significantly better in this beta. Tanner, what are your thoughts? I'm going to go pee while you answer this.
Okay. My initial thoughts on the maps were extremely negative. I thought they were fucking horrible. All of them, especially Cartel, I thought was garbage. And I put a little bit more time into them. And they've definitely grown on me. So I know, I guess we're talking about 6's maps. He's saying his least favorite map is Miami. I don't have an issue with Miami. I don't feel that it's too big at all, but I do understand why you're saying that. I think what you mean, it's not too long or anything. I don't think it's like longer than any of the maps, but it's definitely, it feels wider than some of them, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad though. So Miami, I would much rather play over Cartel. And I think what it comes down to on Cartel really is all the brush in the middle of the map. And like you keep saying, just play the outside of the map. That's what I've been trying to do. But it's still just, I can't ever see people on that map. They blend in with everything, I think. And that's the worst one by far. Like it's easier for me to see people on Miami for sure than it is on Cartel. So, if you want to talk about other maps besides 6's, the snow map, I don't know what it's called. That's in Combined Arms. One of the worst fucking maps I've ever played. You can't run any... Well, I don't think it's the actual map that's bad, so much as how snipers perform in this game. And with the tanks and everything. Like, you cannot run anywhere. Crossroads, okay. You cannot run anywhere on Crossroads in the open without getting sniped or shot from some stupid angle. That map's fucking garbage. And I was excited for that mode, but if that map's in there, then I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Moscow I actually really, really like. It's a very traditional 3-lane map. I'm a big fan of that.
I like Moscow a lot.
Satellite gets the most hate by far.
Really?
Like, I see more people hating on Satellite on Twitter than on Cartel, which is kind of sus to me. I think Satellite is perfectly fine. It's definitely not 3-lane. It's more of like just a wide open map.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Satellites, I can't even draw a comparison. You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a Modern Warfare map, but I really can't think any.
Or a BO4 map even. Satellite isn't like any of them.
People
like
keep saying the spawns
Jungle?
are bad on Satellite. I have noticed that. Like people saying that, but I haven't experienced that too many times. I did earlier today. I got a couple kills, and then all of a sudden, literally 3 guys spawned like 15 feet behind me and killed me. I'm like, oh, okay. But hey, Modern Warfare spawns are still fucked up, and the game's about to reach its life cycle. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with the maps. And I'm even more excited because we know maps like Nuketown, Firing Range are coming back. So it's like, dude, as long as those come back, hey, fantastic. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, so. I feel you. Yeah, interesting. But so Cartel, let's just go there. Cartel is a pretty controversial map. I would say it's the most controversial. It's the most divisive map in this beta. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Where do you stand, Tanner?
I'm right in the middle. There's nothing wrong with the map, actually, really, other than all of the brush. Like, I would rather that just be taken out or just very, very low. Like, right now, I would say that shit in the middle, the bushes are probably, 4 feet high, maybe?
Yeah, they're,
about 4 feet high. If those were,
feet,
if those were like 2 feet high, that'd be okay. Because like it's still something I guess you can like lay down in and kind of hide.
True.
If you're a dumb shit kid.
Yeah.
But also I can still see over them and I can get a line of sight on people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I love Cartel. I think it's actually a very good map. First of all, 3 lanes as fuck. Doesn't get more 3 lane than Cartel. I mean, it is literally 3 fucking lanes. That is it. What I've been saying to people complaining about the brush and shit, I don't love it either. But also, if there was no brush there anyway, mid is just always a death trap on every map.
Yeah, so true.
You know, so just, hey, don't go mid. You know, my problem with Cartel, though, is that B is right in that brush, and that's annoying. It's not a very good Dom map. Because B is in the middle of that brush, so it's hard to take it because someone can just be hiding in the bushes, like you said. And also, the biggest problem with Cartel to me is that fucking outpost with the sandbags around it that is right at mid, that overlooks B. Dude, you need to remove one of those sandbags because that is the nastiest head glitch in the beta. Like, you could barely fucking see people and they can just...
Talking about that tower, right?
Yes, that tower. That tower that's surrounded by sandbags. It's too strong of a position, dude. They need to lower the height of the sandbags so that they have a little less cover when they're standing. Because right now, dude, it's the fucking nastiest head glitch. And people just... Dude, if you get up there and you're not terrible... You can just get a nuke, like, no problem. Like, it's really fucking strong.
I would actually rather just have that tower removed, to be honest. I didn't even really think about that.
Or
I would rather have it completely removed. Because then also you would have line of sight from the window at A to the window at C.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, I wonder if that would be annoying with snipers. If that would make more people snipe on the map.
It would be exactly like Contraband. Like, literally exactly like Contraband.
Yeah, true.
You remember? And I liked that.
That makes sense. Yeah, Contraband is a great map.
Yeah, Contraband was a great map.
One of the best.
It was. BO4 had a lot of fucking good maps. Contraband was for sure one of them. I really like that map. Yeah, so interesting. Anyways, okay, yeah, just wanted to go there. But yeah, the point here is the maps are fucking great. So that's a huge plus for me. Next point here, visibility is, in general, pretty fucking good. It's certainly not great, but it is way better than MDub. And a lot of the reason for this is that there are health bars in this game. So what I've done is I've turned off friendly health bars so that if I see a friendly, it's just their blue dumb name with a little circle. And that's it. And then enemy health bars, obviously, I have on so I can see if someone's weak. But also, if I look at them and their big-ass red health bar appears, now I know there's a dude there. And the mini-map functions as intended, which we're going to get into. And this also helps with visibility because even if someone is lying in the bushes in the middle of Cartel, they'll probably show up on the minimap once they shoot. Or if you happen to aim at them, their huge fucking red health bar will appear. So then you'll be able to see them. But even outside of those mechanics, the visibility, if there was no UI, the visibility is still better than MDub. Now, it's not as good as BO4's visibility because there's no red lights on character models. But it is better than MDub by a fucking lot. By a lot. And we are fans of that. So, how do you feel about the visibility?
I don't think it's as great as you're saying. Like, yeah, it's better than Modern Warfare, but it's still not good. It's still actually fucking awful, in my opinion. Like, there's been so many times already where I've been... Like, actually, the last game I played before we hopped on the pod, I got killed like 2 or 3 times by people. No fucking clue where they were. No clue.
Interesting. So,
I think if we hadn't just played Modern Warfare for an entire year, you would be saying the visibility in this game is fucking terrible.
Agreed.
But you're just so used to it being awful now that you're rating it higher than it is. It's still awful.
That's fair.
I'm furious about that. I was expecting people just blend in so much. Yeah, I'm not happy with it at all, dude. I was hoping it would be more like BO4 in that sense, but it's not. Yeah. And unfortunately, something like that isn't going to change. We know it didn't change in Modern Warfare. It's not going to change in this game.
Yeah, agreed.
The only differences that are going to be made as the game goes on are graphical improvements, which may slightly make the visibility better, but it's not like they're going to add bright dots, bright lights, LED lights on enemy soldiers like there were in BO4 pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. It definitely a big step up from Modern Warfare, but also we haven't seen many maps. There are maps in Modern Warfare where the visibility is a lot worse than other maps. So like something like Satellite,
good point.
A lot of the open dunes and shit shouldn't have bad visibility at all, but there still are people that can camp in those corners where the shadows are. So as more maps come out, that'll be something we'll have to determine. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that so far.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think your point is well taken that I would be singing a different tune if we hadn't been tortured. I mean, literally tortured by having to play Modern Warfare for the last year, where the visibility is worse than anything I've ever seen. That's a fair point. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, you're right. It is like, I'm not saying I just easily see people in this game. It's way worse than BO4 for sure. But I think the fact that there are health bars and there is a mini map, it makes bad visibility not as bad as it is in MDub, I guess.
So, that was the other thing is, I don't think the health bar has once helped me notice anybody. Now, it's helped me maybe stay on track with them when I'm aiming, but it's not once has that helped me find an enemy. Like, I have to actually see them, aim dead on them, and then that shows up. So I don't think that's helped me find anybody at all.
Interesting. I don't know if it's... I mean, what I've noticed is that I haven't died to people that I just didn't see that I should have seen. Like, often at all. So the reason I'm saying the visibility isn't that bad is not because of something I noticed, but it's that I didn't notice that it was a problem, because it hasn't been that much of a problem for me. Like, every time I play Modern Warfare, I will get fucking blood red mad that someone's directly in front of me, kills me, and I never saw them, and I should have seen them. The fact that that hasn't happened to me yet in Cold War is why I'm saying the visibility just doesn't seem that bad. But it could be way better. Like, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
So, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's move on here. SMGs actually feel like SMGs, for example. You cannot get cross-mapped by a fucking whatever, Milano. What's it called? Milano, I think?
Milano, I think. Yeah.
Which is an SMG. They have insane damage fall off, so they fit their designated role.
Yeah.
This is something I praised about Modern Warfare, actually. The SMGs in MW feel like SMGs. Like, you can't just cross-map people with an SMG in MW. You can, but it's going to take you a lot of fucking bullets. And that means a lot, especially in a game with as fast of a time to kill as MW. Like, the damage fall-off is very high in MW. And the same is the case for Cold War. So this isn't like a departure from MW, but they're on the same page, and that's both the correct page to be on, which is that, like, SMGs have a lot of damage fall off, so you can't just use it and do everything an assault rifle can, which I think is very good. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Totally agree with you. I've actually gotten mad about that quite a few times. I'm using an MP5 and I get like, I swear 2 or 3 bullets into somebody and they aim on me real quick with like an M4 or an AK and just down me in like 3 bullets before I killed them. And then they're one shot. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, at the end of the day, I would rather have that than being beamed across the map to an MP5. So it is good. They're very good up close, and at range, they're utter dog shit. So it's good balancing for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Which is exactly how it should be. So yeah, we agree there. Perfect. Next point here, mounting is not in the game. That's it. That's the pro. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Let's not have mounting ever again.
Yeah.
I'm done. So anything to add there, Tanner?
No, that's fantastic.
Okay, great.
It's thrown me off a few times because there are a few times where I'm like, oh, I wish I could mount this
trash.
corner.
Oh, you trash rat fuck. Oh, I want to mount. I miss mounting. Oh my god.
Am I a rat fuck? Any rats?
Any rats in the chat? A rat in the chat. There's a rat in the chat. I need to get my gat to shoot this rat in the chat. Call me Dr. Seuss, dude. Anyways. Yeah. Mounting is a shit mechanic that should not... It's a camp promoting toxic mechanic that should not be in an arcade first-person shooter game, no less, like Call of Duty. And it is not in this game. And I don't think it'll be here when Live comes out. It definitely won't be. So we'd love to see that. Good. So no more mounting. This is perhaps... I don't know if this is my biggest pro, but it's the top 3 best things about this beta and this game in general. The minimap works as it always has in every Call of Duty game except for Modern Warfare. Which is great. Because that's why people like Call of Duty, right? Because it has Call of Duty mechanics like a working minimap. This game also has that. So if you fire your gun without a silencer, you show up on the fucking minimap. Simple as that. Simple as that. And by the way, the minimap radius covers a lot more ground than the Modern Warfare one does. So Modern Warfare, for example, these are not real numbers, but they illustrate the point. The Modern Warfare minimap covers like 10 square meters. The Cold War one covers like 40 square meters. Like, it's way more fucking area. So there's a lot more information.
It's fantastic.
So yeah, the minimap works as it should always work in every Call of Duty ever. And we love to see it. Tanner, your thoughts?
Yeah, there's nothing really to say about it. There shouldn't be anything to say, because this wouldn't even be a pro if it weren't for Modern Warfare fucking up the minimap. Actually, this is just normal Call of Duty, and that's the way it should be. So I'm definitely glad to have that back. Dude, what?
Isn't that sad?
That is sad, isn't that? That we even had to put that on the list. That's so like putting on the list. Hey, there's guns in this game. There are guns to shoot enemies with. It's like, you dumb shits.
Dude, exactly. That's such a good point, Tanner. We literally wouldn't have included this. Yeah. That's
what's fucking hilarious, is that this is on the pros list. It's a normal feature of Call of Duty. It should be on there, you know? So yeah, it's great. The mini map, there's nothing to complain about. The dumb compass at the top, should I just turn it off?
I turned mine off, yeah.
I don't use it and look at it. There's no reason to have it. So that's just gonna be immediately switched off, as long as I can switch it off without my game crashing.
Yeah, which we'll get into.
But yeah, mini map is working great. The size, I didn't know it was that much bigger, but yeah, I haven't had any issues with it. I think it's been great so far.
Did it take you a while to get used to it since you've been playing without a minimap for a year?
Not at all. No.
I was surprised at how I instantly got back into the habit of looking at the minimap and using it. Like there was no transition period.
The very first game I played, I just started looking at it.
Naturally.
And looking at it. Yeah.
Yep.
So, no, it doesn't feel weird at all. It just feels normal.
Yeah, well, put down the beer for sure, but
yeah. Keep that in mind for sure.
But yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, dude, that is so fucking funny. Where you were like, we shouldn't have to include this on the list. You're so right, dude. I wouldn't have even thought of a mini map if MDub had a normal one. Like I wouldn't have. Of course, we wouldn't have included it. That's so funny that you said that.
Yeah,
such a good point. And then I have some other notes here about Cartel, but we kind of already went over this. And then another pro here. This is the last on my list for now. I don't know if you have anything to add, Tanner, if you've thought of anything. But I think we've done a pretty good job summarizing what we'd like about this beta so far. Oh, yeah, let me add one more thing.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to really think of more. I mean, there's a lot of pros, but we're just giving like initial quick impressions. Like, say for example, the gun balance already seems very good. We were talking about this last night in the Damascus hangout because everybody was like, "Oh, I think this gun's really good," and then somebody else like, "Oh, I think this gun's really good," and that's great to see because it's not like, I'm trying to think. What was it's not like BO4 where I was running around with a switchblade for 3 months because it was the best gun by far.
Easily the best gun in the game.
Like easily the best,
Yeah. Or like an MDub launch M4. Like everyone just knows the M4 is the best gun.
Yeah. Once again, I still have more kills with the M4 in Modern Warfare than any other weapon.
You're such a rat fuck. I remember this, dude.
And I haven't used it in so long. That's what's funny.
Haven't used it once. You haven't even picked it up in literally months, and it's still your most kill weapon. That's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that seems to be a great thing so far. Is the weapon balance overall, because nobody can pick what gun. I see people on Twitter saying, so like, is the Krig 6 just the worst AR ever in a Call of Duty? And then I saw a video earlier of Scumpy dropping a nuke, and he was using that gun. And I've picked it up, and I've never thought once it was that awful. I don't know. They all just seem very close to me.
Yeah.
So weapon balancing seems to be a major plus so far.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. It's hard to say right now, to be fair, because not every gun that's in the game is in the beta, and like no one has like all the attachments, and they haven't had time to do that shit. But with that said, I agree with you. In general, the gun balance seems pretty good. There are a couple exceptions, which I will write down, which we will, of course, get into. But in general, yeah, the gun balance is pretty good. Another pro, pings. The fact that you can ping. So what I mean by that is, like in Warzone, you press a keybind or a button on your dumb fucking scuff controller, and then it like marks a location on your map for your teammates. Like, enemy over there! Call me Ghost.
Jesus,
Stay frosty, yeah.
Go XLR. But yeah, you could ping in Warzone like an MDub. Great feature. Really like it.
Yeah.
Cold War, just like the Gunsmith, they co-opted it and made it better. They did the same thing with pings. They said, oh, hey, Infinity Ward, you ruined this game, but you had a couple good ideas. Let me take your good ideas and make them better. And that's what they did.
Did they ruin it?
So, no, they didn't ruin it. No, they didn't ruin it at all. They took the pings, in this case, and they added them to every playlist. So you can ping in multiplayer. Most people aren't doing it yet.
I haven't done it once.
I was yelling at our... I was yelling at the people who are generous enough to support us every month on Patreon. I was yelling at them to say ping in VIP escort. I was smalding. In VIP escort, I was like, ping me up, dude. I don't know where you're talking about. Where's the VIP? Ping me. So it's not happening. Not many people are doing it right now just because they're not used to it. But I think over time, people are going to start getting used to the pinging thing, and it's actually going to be super valuable. There could be downsides, but I don't think the downsides are worse than the upside. I really fucking like the pinging system. I like that you can do it now in multiplayer, and it is super useful. So, your thoughts, TDS?
I don't know. It just seems to me like another. I don't know. Is Dubfire in the chat? Because I'm pretty sure Battlefield had pinging too, and I was gonna say it just seems like another unnecessary thing they kind of ripped from Battlefield 2 in multiplayer that just doesn't really need to be there. So I don't know. I genuinely don't think I'm gonna ping ever this whole year, and I don't think anyone else is either. I think it's gonna be a mostly unused feature.
Or you're gonna hear me bitching at you for the entire match.
I have a Go XLR now. All I need to do is just hit the mute button for chat, and I don't have to hear your dumbass.
You're dog shit.
Yeah, Dub just said Battlefield had enemy pings in multiplayer. So yeah,
only Recon could do it, right? In Battlefield.
I don't remember.
The last Battlefield I played, the only people that could ping were Recon soldiers. You like aim down sight and point at someone, and it'll ping them for your team. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Everyone. He said everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, like Jake just said. Now you got a mini map. What do you need to ping for? Yeah, it's just
satellite.
Nobody's pinging in this fucking game other than you. So suck me off.
That's not true. And someone like Crossroads VIP Escort, for example, pings are incredibly helpful.
Okay.
Incredibly helpful.
Okay.
So.
The biggest K I've ever heard.
I like pings. I think they're a pro. And even if you're too dumb to realize that they're good, that's fine. Just don't use them.
Okay.
There's no downside to adding pings. For the most part, I would say. It might be annoying if you're trying to like play against a 6-stack and they have like perfect information because they're pinging you all the time. That could be annoying, but I think it's worth the trade-off for having pings. I actually quite like it. And then my last pro on the list for now, by Miss Lemur, is the M16 is a weapon in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Red Door, Bundy Bop, CIA Operation Northwoods Edition, and it's fucking good. But it's not overpowered. You can get a one-tap pretty fucking reliably if you shoot upper chest, and if you don't shoot upper chest, you're not getting a one burst. So it's like balanced, but it's also very fucking strong, and if you're accurate, it really fucking bangs. And I'm very excited for there to be a burst fire weapon that is very good in the Call of Duty franchise, and it looks like we're going to have that with the M16. Have you gotten a chance to use it?
I picked it up like once or twice, and I've gotten a few kills with it, and I could just tell right away it was really good. And I know Nate was talking about using with like the sniper scope apparently is really fucking good, which reminds me a lot, because it doesn't zoom in a ton, but it reminds me of a lot of the Swordfish iron sights. Or the built-in optic in BO4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we are going to have that back. It reminds me a lot of the Swordfish. It feels great. The little playtime I've had with it. But yeah, that was something, again, Modern Warfare didn't have. They had no good weapons that were burst fire. Zero,
literally.
Fucking
never.
Zero.
There was no point where any burst fire weapon was passable even.
No, to currently, the FAMAS is fucking terrible, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I haven't used the M16 too much, but even my no attachment M16, I was like, oh, fuck, dude. We've got a weapon here, boys. We've got a viable weapon. Like, you can reliably one tap with the M16, but you have to be accurate. It strikes me as a weapon that's very good, but is not overpowered, which is hard to do with a burst fire weapon, but I think they've done it with the M16. So that remains to be seen, of course. But so far, big fan of it. So
God, this thing fucking sucks.
Anything else to add to the pros list for now?
Not that I can think of. There are more pros than I thought there were going to be, though. I'll say that.
Yes, which we will get into. But now, King Camper with the 5 gifty boys. Let's fucking go. Yes, dude. Thank you, brother. And welcome, King. And thank you for the 5 gifty boys. You're just in time for me to take back everything I've said about Call of Duty Cold War. Kidding. But now we're getting into the cons. The things we don't like about this beta, which I think we mostly agree on. Speaking of burst fire weapons, we'll start with this. The KSP, I think is what it's called, or KPS, or KGB, or CoQ10, SMG, is dog shit. It's not good at all. I tried to make it work like 4 games, and it's just not good. And it's not because burst fire weapons are bad in this game, because the M16 is great. It is specifically that SMG is terrible. Change it. Now, how do you make this SMG usable? Make the burst delay way shorter and make the fire rate within a burst faster. I think that makes this SMG pretty good. Make it closer to like a Daemon. Now, let's not get... Now, hold your horses. Don't get crazy. I didn't say make it a Daemon. That's way too far. That thing was busted. But make it closer to that. Higher fire rate, lower burst delay. Have you gotten a chance to use this?
Of course not. I don't even know anything about it, so I have zero input on this.
It is a burst fire SMG. And it's it's pretty fucking trash. So like we were saying, the weapon balance is pretty good in the beta so far. This is an exception. This is not a well-balanced weapon because it's terrible. Now, there is some chance that it just needs attachments and then it would be good. I doubt it, but maybe. So, anyways, yeah, that's con number 1. Number 2. Let me just read you guys what I've written here. Quote, in typical Treyarch fashion, the mantling system is just dog shit, just like it was in BO4. I might unironically set a dedicated keybind for it because it makes me fucking mauled, end quote. Now, update, since I've written that note, I have in fact set a dedicated keybind because for whatever reason, Treyarch cannot code mantling in well at all.
What's your issue? I don't get it. I haven't noticed that.
Oh, thank you for asking. That's a great question. The issue is I will jump within 2 miles of a box, and if I do, I will teleport to the box and start climbing on top of it. And I can't ADS anymore because I'm climbing and then I'm going to die. I didn't want to climb the box, dipshit fucking Treyarch. I wanted to just jump. But now you're making me climb in the middle of a gunfight and I'm dead. And it happens.
Did you turn auto mantle off?
I did now because I have to. So before I didn't have it on auto. I didn't have it on where you run at a box, you automatically mantle. Of course not. I had it on manual where you had to press the jump keybind to mantle something. But it's too generous. You can jump pretty far away from a mantleable object and it'll still make you mantle. Even if you're not facing it at all. So it's really fucking dog shit. This is just like BO4. I've never had this issue in MDub once.
That's true, actually.
Like never. The mantling actually works really well in MDub, shockingly. Shockingly, something works in that game. This is one of those things. In BO4, I had this exact same problem. The mantling is just bad. It's just, you mantle when you don't want to all the fucking time. This happened to me so often in BO4, never in MDub, and it's already happened more in this beta than it's ever happened in a year in MDub.
I noticed it right away and I changed that setting, and mine is set to like, no, you can do like 1 button or 2 click or something
like
to mantle.
Tap, yeah.
I just have mine set to 1, so I just like, when I run to something, I have to be looking at it, and then I press spacebar, and as I'm going forward, and it mounts, and I haven't had a single issue with it since that.
Interesting.
So I think you're just dumb, actually.
It's certainly possible.
Super fucking dumb.
I mean, the reason this isn't that big of a deal to me is because I'm on keyboard and mouse. So what I decided to do was I said, fuck this. I'm going to have a key that only mantles. So if I jump next to a box, I will not climb it unless I press my dedicated mantle keybind.
Okay.
And that has fixed the problem. It's annoying that I have to like set a separate keybind, but once I get used to it, it's not going to really be an issue. I just think it's really weird that this is always an issue with Treyarch games, and I don't know why. Because I've never had this issue in MDub. In MDub, I run at something, and I look at it, and I press jump, and it goes. It's very simple. Except if there's glass. Because in my Elite Super Soldier, just won't jump through it. And I've died in Warzone because of that. Multiple times.
Well, you're dumb.
But by and large, it works well in MDub. But yeah, it's not that big of a deal, like I said, because I'm on keyboard and mouse. But if I was on controller, I don't know if they have the option to have a dedicated keybind. I suspect they don't. In which case, this can be an annoying.
Yeah, that could definitely get more annoying if that's the case.
Yeah. Now, luckily, they get a legal aimbot, which we will get into, so I would feel better about it. Because while they're mantling, they're just going to be tracking your head indiscriminately. So it doesn't actually matter if they fuck up.
You think?
It doesn't matter if you fuck up on controller in this game because you won't miss a shot ever. We'll get into it. But yeah, so that's that. Next con here. The vehicles. Oh, let me read you what I've written here. Quote: "The vehicles are such a fucking yikes to drive. They feel so bad. Change it." End quote. Yeah, so like the vehicles in Warzone, like in Modern Warfare, I actually like how they perform. Like they have some physics to them. They don't operate like go-karts where they just instantly do whatever you want. But they're also not like fucking Gran Turismo fucking racing simulator where like you can't turn a corner ever. Unless you have like your fucking suspension slammed or something and you're on a track and you've pit stopped in the last 3 laps. Like the vehicles in MDub work pretty fucking well generally, but they're also not cartoonishly good. I like how they work in MDub. In this game, the vehicles are disastrous. They're so bad. They are so unintuitive and clunky and shit feeling. They really fucking suck a lot. I don't like them at all. I haven't driven vehicles much, but they do not work well. In my opinion.
They were a lot worse in Modern Warfare at one point too. Don't forget, and then they changed something with the steering mechanics.
Oh, interesting.
Because remember, also they used to be like super sensitive, and they would turn a lot sharper and things like that, and they changed those. So
okay.
Oh, but hey. Oh, they're fucking awful in this game. They're the worst I've ever seen.
Have you driven them much?
Oh, yeah. They're disgusting.
Really bad.
I'd rather kill myself in game.
In game, of course, yeah.
I'd rather just leave the lobby than drive a vehicle.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, so like I wrote here, I think Activision, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Raven, hey, stop stealing shit ideas from Battlefield that you don't implement correctly, right? So if you want to put vehicles and tanks in and change your game to play like that, okay, great. Add attack helicopters that you can spawn and fly around, and jets too, but make them work well.
Yeah.
Battlefield has the movement down so fucking well because they've done it for years, and your movement on them is disastrous. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. So just take them out of the fucking game or fix them because you don't know how to implement them. You're right. They don't know how.
Yeah.
The movement sucks on them.
Yeah.
So just get rid of them. It's that simple.
Agreed.
So.
Yeah. So yeah. The main point here, though, I agree with everything Tanner just said.
Yeah.
But also, Tanner and I both agree on this next point, which is the most important point with respect to these vehicles. Don't care. I don't drive vehicles. I'm not a tank driving, gunboat shooting rat subhuman scum fuck who drives vehicles in Call of Duty games. So I don't
rat fuck.
So I actually don't really care because I just don't drive them much at all anyway. So yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. But with that said, if you're going to have vehicles, they should work. So yeah.
They should indeed work. It would be ideal if the vehicles work correctly.
It would be great if they did, in fact, work. Yes. So that's that. Now, this next con, every con we've gone over so far has been like not a good thing, but not that big of a deal. Here's where that stops.
Oh, okay. Where are we at?
Oh,
we're here.
Hey, dude.
Let's fucking go.
Here's where that stops, dude. Because this is a con that is easily the worst part of this beta. Maybe not. One of the top two worst things about this beta. Well, you haven't played enough then. We'll get into it. But we'll start here. This is a con that is actually a big deal, and it is this. The hit registration / netcode. And I think, unfortunately, this is relegated specifically to PC players. I don't know why the fuck that would be. It actually doesn't make sense. Now, any network admins in the chat can perhaps educate me on this.
Perhaps. Console
players don't seem to be having this issue. I have some theories on why that might be. Aim assist, aim lock. But the point is this. The hit registration is the worst that I've ever seen ever in any Call of Duty game, including any beta. Like, really fucking bad. We've all had ghost bullets. We've all had bad hit registration sometimes, where you obviously shoot a dude and it just doesn't register. Yeah. These things have happened in every Call of Duty game that you're playing online. Hey, bitch, deal with it. But also not in this case, because every game, the hit registration is fucking really bad. Really bad. If you guys go to my Twitter, twitter.com/Razinon, make sure to follow. I retweeted Raidon PC, friend of the pod, who's a very good PC player, who plays Call of Duty. And he was nice enough to clip a clip of him playing this beta where he tracks some dude and lands like 12 bullets and one of them regs. And then so he plays the clip and then he plays the exact same clip in slow-mo, and you can clearly see, dude, the reticle's dead center on the guy and just no hit marker, no hit marker, no hit marker, no hit marker. It's astounding. And everyone's been talking about this that plays on PC. The hit registration is very obviously fucking really broken, and I don't know why. Now, my caveat is I'm pretty confident this will get better and will be largely fixed by the time the game launches. I'm not certain about that. I'm not positive that that's true, but I'm pretty sure that it's true. It's at least going to get better by launch. I'm pretty sure that that's true. But as it stands now in this beta, the hit reg is the worst hit reg there's ever been in a Call of Duty game. Tanner, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with you for the most part there. The hit reg is awful, but also I think historically, on PC, Treyarch games have terrible hit reg. I mean, even BO4 wasn't that good half the time.
Not that good is an understatement.
Like Modern Warfare's hit reg was much better than BO4. Mm-hmm. So if this is something we're gonna have to deal with all year, that's extremely unfortunate. You know, like this could end up being one of those things that ruins the game completely. It could just ruin it for us if that's the case. So we'll see. I'm trying to be optimistic about it. I do think it's something more server related like with the beta. It sounds like something they can easily fix, and I think they will. But it makes me nervous, dude.
Have you
Definitely
noticed
makes
it
me
yourself?
nervous.
Your bullets just not regging?
Oh, every single time I shoot at somebody, yeah. It's disgusting. It's worse hit reg than a free-to-play shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's dreadful.
do we agree that the BO4 hit reg was better than this beta's hit reg, though?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say they only made it as good as BO4's hit reg, which was not great. I agree with you there. It was not great, dude. It was not great. But it was playable. If it only got to that level of hit reg, which is better than the beta but also not great, would this ruin the game experience for you?
Better than the beta but not great?
So if the hit reg was better than it is now in Cold War, better than this Cold War beta, but only as good as BO4's hit reg, which was not great.
That would probably be good enough. I mean, it's not ideal at all, but I would accept it. It would be acceptable.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I would rate it a C. Right now, it's a big fat F.
It's a fail. Yeah, it's a 25% grade. Yeah, I agree with you. If it was BO4 level, exactly like you said, I would accept it, but it would not be good. And I hear your point, and fuck, dude, I agree with you. I'm not optimistic about the hit reg being good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know if it'll ever be great.
I don't think it's ever going to be great. I think it'll get to like BO4 level, maybe a little better, but it's not going to be as good as like MDub. MDub's hit reg is quite good.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, their hit reg is quite good. I very rarely get ghost bullets in MDub, like if ever, actually. So whatever they've done with the servers, at least, is it works quite well, I would say. But yeah, BO4 is a great example of not that, because there was a lot of hit reg issues. But yeah. Okay, let's move on here. Next con.
I'm gonna get some water real quick. I know you'll be talking about this one for a while, so go ahead and start.
Okay. So next one here. This is another big deal. This is the biggest deal, I think. Wait, did I add? Oh. I'm going to add this as a sub point. Hold on 1 second, boys. Okay. There we go. All right. Aim assist, period, for controller users is just way too fucking strong. It is the strongest aim assist for controllers that has ever been in a Call of Duty game. Maybe not. But here's the thing. Most Call of Duty games have not been crossplay. So if the aim assist was super strong in Black Ops 2, well, okay, but everyone playing against each other, they either all have aim assist or they all don't. So it's actually not that big of a deal. The strength of aim assist is not a big deal if everyone playing against each other also has aim assist. The problem now is that we've entered the next generation of gaming, which is cross-play gaming, where PC players using keyboard and mouse who don't have aim assist are playing against players on controller who do have aim assist. Now, in Modern Warfare, for example, there was aim assist. It was pretty fucking good. And keyboard and mouse users did not have aim assist. But by and large, in MDub, the amount of aim assist they got, in my opinion, is good. It's fine. Like, it leveled the playing field sufficiently. Whether or not MDub's aim assist was too strong or too weak, I don't know, and I don't care, because it was close enough to where the playing field was roughly level. In this game, oops. We have what is called a different story. Because the aim assist is orders of magnitude stronger. in this game, in this beta at least, than Modern Warfare's was. There are myriad clips on Twitter of the aim assist and how it functions in this game. And it's just really fucking busted. Like, super fucking strong. And the problem with that, of course, is that if you don't have aim assist at all, it's real hard to beat someone in a gunfight when their aim assist is this strong, and it'll track for you without any input on your end. I would encourage you guys to go look up clips of this on Twitter if you don't believe me. And another reason that I agree with this sentiment, it's not only PC players bitching about this. I've talked to a lot of console players in our Discord, join the fucking Discord, who are saying, oh yeah, this aim assist is way fucking stronger than it was in MW. Like, even people who use controller are telling me this. A lot of them. I haven't spoken to a controller player who has said the aim assist is not that strong. I've never had that conversation. Every controller player who's talked about it has said it's stronger than MW's and that it's very strong. This is real problematic to me. And the reason that I'm particularly worried about this con is that, like, when we talk about the hit reg, it's something we can reasonably expect to improve before launch.
Yeah.
Aim assist? Are they going to tone it down before launch? Doubt. Press X to doubt.
It makes me super nervous for sure.
It makes me dumb nervous, and I don't think they will. So, Tanner, what are your thoughts?
It's crazy to me. The aim assist is nuts. Like, it happened earlier when I was playing before we started the pod. There was a guy, I'm not kidding. So he was looking towards my building, right? I watched the kill cam. I was never seen in the window. I never poked out through the window. I just came through the door on the opposite side of the building, where obviously he would have never seen me because there's a wall there. So he like sighted up on the window. When he sighted up on the window, I was like 3 feet to the right of it. He sighted up on the window. His aim assist pulled over and locked onto me through the wall. So I didn't know he was there. So on my screen, I peek out the window and he immediately rails me. And my first thought is like, dude, is this guy cheating? What the hell? Like, how did he know I was there? And I watched the kill cam and he sighted in. He pressed left trigger on the window and it pulled him over to my body. And then he just held it. And I'm not kidding. I doubt he moved his analog stick. As I popped out through the window, it followed me and I was dead in like 2 shots. He headshotted me. I was furious. Yeah. I was smalding.
Salty, mad, and bald.
It was such dog shit. And that happens all the time. And there are clips all over the place talking about that. And I've seen some big names also saying that the aim assist is screwed up in general. Like, I know Ace was talking about it. J-God was talking about it. I don't think either of them think... Well, they think it's overpowered in the sense how it tracks through walls and stuff, but also apparently, like, when you aim on their body, you'll fire a couple shots and it won't even slightly drag to them, and then all of a sudden it'll literally snap and it'll be dead center of their body. So either way, it's overpowered and it's also screwed up because it's not moving slowly. It's like you'll fire a couple shots, completely missed, all of a sudden just fucking boom, dead center. Pop 3 shots. And the trouble with all of this aim assist crap is like it makes good movement. It makes like I like hit my desk or something there and like it shook my camera, by the way. Yeah. It makes good movement worthless.
Exactly.
Irrelevant. Because I can try to slide past you, it doesn't matter. You'll auto lock onto me. It happened on a play the game earlier. Again, it wasn't even me, but I was watching this play the game. He got 4 kills. There's a guy that comes around the corner, jumps up in the air. As he's jumping, it sticks to him on his chest. So he's like right there. He jumps up around the corner. His gun goes, oh, boom. Oh, you're jumping. I don't care. I'm not gonna. Hey, my brain's turned off. I'm probably 16 years old. You know, I'm in a room with 4 other kids and I'm vaping. I'm not even paying attention, but it doesn't matter because I'm hitting a jewel. But it doesn't fucking matter because I'm holding down left trigger and you jumped around the corner and it followed you and it hit you in the fucking sternum every single bullet. It's sternum lock. It's actually sternum lock. They don't even have audio on. They're jeweling. They're hitting their jewels. They're talking about girls. They're little boys, and they don't have to do anything. They're dumb.
Oh my!
It doesn't matter.
God, that's so funny, dude.
So,
dude,
it makes me fucking furious.
Do you remember a couple episodes ago, Tanner? You were talking about how the gulag pisses you off because if someone's on a controller, they're just going to hold a sightline in gulag, and if you peek it, whether you slide it or jump it or whatever, it doesn't matter because aim assist is just going to like stick to you instantly as soon as you pass that corner, and how annoying that is.
Yep, I sure do.
Okay. Here's the problem with exactly what you just said. If you hold an angle on a controller, you will always kill someone who comes by it. Because if you're holding a corner, like holding an angle with your controller, and an enemy comes around that corner, your aim is just going to stick to them. If they slide, your aim assist will drag it down to their sternum. If they jump, drag it up to their sternum. If they're going fast, it'll drag fast to their sternum. If they fucking prone around, it'll drag real slow to their sternum. There's no potential for outplay because it doesn't, exactly like you said, it makes movement worthless. It doesn't matter what you do. If you peek the corner, the aim assist is going to just snap to you. Yep. And so like, what are you supposed to, so you just can't peek corners now? Like imagine if we were like search players and we just had to like rush corners. You can't. Like you just can't. That's only one problem with how strong this aim assist is. It makes holding sight lines like you can't lose if you hold a sight line with a controller. Very good point. But also just in a regular ass gunfight, even if you're not holding a sight line, hey, press aim down sights while I'm on your screen and you'll be on me. Like actually. So it even in those cases, it also makes movement worthless. So yeah, it's not fucking good. It's not great.
So yeah, if any of you controller players join the fucking Discord and post a clip, I'm deleting it. I don't want to see your controller clip. I don't fucking care.
You're not impressed.
Like I think it was Dashy earlier. One of the COD, we'll do a big COD pros, controller pro, posted this clip and he said something about, dude, I'm the straightest shooter out there. And I watched a 30-second clip and the whole time I'm just thinking, dude, the aim assist is so fucking strong in this game. Yeah. And of course, all the comments on are the other little, console children. And they're like, dude, you're nuts. You're the best. And then there was one kid that was like, it's all auto aim. It's all in all the controller kids got so pissed and they were like, dude, fuck you. Like he's one of the best COD pros out there. Like he's one of the best players. And it's just so funny. Cause I'm like, the whole time I'm just thinking like, dude, I feel like this guy's not even doing anything because he's not aiming. Yeah. And it makes me furious because like we've said before, maybe it was in a Patreon episode, these console pros are really good at mouse and keyboard too. They're really good. Like we see them play, a lot of them play Warzone on mouse and keyboard, or they play other games on mouse and keyboard. It's like, we know they can aim. Get competitive off of controller. It's not exciting to watch. Yes. They're not bad. Like they could be good on mouse and keyboard too. They're just good at video games. Like let them fucking play and actually aim themselves.
Yeah. And so like, here's a quick aside. What I was talking about with the holding an angle example on a controller. If you hold an angle on mouse and keyboard, and someone slides the angle, if my reaction time isn't fast, like, this is going to be surprising to some of you. I'm not trying to be a dick. If someone slides an angle and I'm not expecting it, my reticle will not move. And then I'll die. They'll just slide right under it and fuck my ass. Just fuck my ass. So a lot of people who have only used controller don't actually understand that aim assist does anything. And I don't blame these people. I've said this before. It's not a controller player's fault that aim assist is really fucking good in this game. We like to bully controller users, but we're joking. Like, it's not your guys' fault. Use a controller. We're playing video games. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. And aim assist being way too strong for controllers is not the fault of a guy using a controller. That's not what we're saying. But
no, it's their fault.
Okay. You have to remember, I don't endorse that statement. You have to remember that it's just a different experience without aim assist. Like, the holding a corner thing is not as easy as it is for a mouse and keyboard because we have no aim assist. So if you jump the corner and I'm not like ready to alter my aim right away, then you're just going to get by. Or if I am ready, but I over aim or I under aim, I'm going to miss my shots. And that's just not possible on controller with how good the aim assist is. It's just not possible. So it's really frustrating. And it makes, it makes crossplay an interesting proposition.
Yeah, and like we said it a ton. Aim assist in Modern Warfare multiplayer isn't overpowered. It's completely fine. It shows a lot more in Warzone at long ranges, but dude, if this is how multiplayer is going to be all year long, then as they say, it's chalked.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, I think so.
We'll get into it, but I wouldn't go that far.
We're already on it.
Okay.
I don't have much else to say about it. I just think that that is really going to ruin the experience. But I think it'll get toned down a little bit.
We both still, I'll speak for myself because I'm better than you. I still outplay controller users. Even in this beta, I've still outplayed people. Your aim assist isn't fast enough for me when I slide inside you. Like I was talking about earlier with the slide example, where your rotation speed just isn't fast enough. Like, there are still advantages to being on mouse and keyboard. That's one of them. If I crowd the fuck out of you, your aim assist isn't going to help you, and then you're dead. Like, there are still advantages to mouse and keyboard. It's just like,
oh, of course, yeah.
They're a lot fucking slimmer now with how good aim assist is. But yeah. So I don't. If aim assist doesn't change at all, it's going to be really fucking annoying, for sure. But I wouldn't say multiplayer is chalked.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll fucking see.
I've been having a lot of fun in this beta, and again, we will get into it. I promise you. But yeah, I don't think multiplayer is chalked if aim assist doesn't get toned down. You think it will be toned down? You said
slightly.
What proportion of the player base do you think plays on mouse and keyboard? I actually don't know. I would be curious to get those stats. What is your guess?
Fuck.
I would guess like 20%.
I was gonna say 20 to 25%.
Yeah.
Play on mouse and keyboard, but realistically, I don't think it's even that high. Because like think about it, like especially with Modern Warfare, like skill-based matchmaking. A lot of the sweaty players also are on a keyboard mouse. Like if you go down to the real low KD players, like just extreme casual, the most casual you can be, they're all on controller. Like we don't even ever come across them or think about players like that. True. Like there's so many casual gamers out there that are on controller. So it's actually probably more like, I would guess 10% or even lower maybe, are dedicated keyboard and mouse players.
Interesting. Maybe. Yeah. I'd say
that
20% is the high estimate for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my point there is whether it's 10, 15, or 20%, it's still the vast minority. But also, let's say it's 20%. That's still a lot of money that those players could potentially generate in revenue. And if you totally fuck them by having aim assist be this strong, you might lose your bottom line. So what we have to remember, the question of whether or not aim assist will be changed at all. The only thing that would change aim assist, the only question in Activision's mind about how strong do we make aim assist is what will make me the most money, as spoken by Activision. So if 20% of players are on keyboard and mouse, and they all get wise to this, and then they lose 7% of their total sales, for example, then I think they would tone down aim assist a little bit. Because that's a fuck ton of money. Like 7% of their player base just not buying the game, and therefore not getting any microtransactions because they don't play the game throughout the whole year. That's a lot of money that I don't think they're going to want to just piss away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe they would tone it down. But if the keyboard and mouse players don't realize how scammed they're getting by how strong this aim assist is, then they'll buy the game anyway, and they'll just think they're bad. Or they'll blame it on skill-based matchmaking.
Actually.
So, yeah, it's hard to say. I hope it gets tuned down. Not sure it will, though. I think it's going to come down to how much buzz can be generated on social media. Because we've talked about this. Tony Flame, David Vunderhaar, friend of the pod, Vundy. They're like super fucking active on Twitter, way more than Ashton Williams, not a friend of the pod, who doesn't tweet ever. Community manager, by the way. So they're paying attention to this shit that's going on Twitter. They've definitely seen people saying aim assist is too strong. The question is, have they seen enough people saying this to where they're actually worried about it? Or do you think they don't care?
I think they care.
Interesting.
Actually, yeah, I think they do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been on almost everybody's list. It's been all over the place. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe we're only seeing it because we only follow PC players. Yeah, that could be it. Actually, maybe nobody gives a fuck about it.
It's hard to say. Yeah, it's impossible for us to tell, really, because our Twitter feed is way different than Vundy's. You know.
Well, yeah, his is probably. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
He probably belongs to the hub Discord like you do.
It's possible, yeah. The pornography Discord, by the way. I like how you guys tried to cook me for that.
Any invites?
Sure. I don't care. It's porn, dude. I like how you guys tried to cook me for that screenshot, by the way, as if I give a fuck. Hey, all 600 of you, 600 plus and growing every day, join the fucking Discord. Look at porn. Why would I be embarrassed about this? I don't care. Hey, fucking surprise. Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, we need a channel in the Discord for prayers. Daily prayers.
I thought you were going to say porn. I was going to say absolutely not.
Uplifting experiences. Positive chat.
Verse of the day. Bible verse of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live streams of Pastor Nick.
Pastor Nick, friend of the pod. Yeah. Actual friend of the pod. Yeah. So anyways, whatever. But yeah. And then this is actually the thing it's probably not the worst thing about the beta, but it is what makes me the most fucking blood red, raging, screaming at my computer mad, which I've done today and yesterday. I've screamed at my computer for this reason. Let me just read you what I've written here. Quote, holy fucking shit. If a controller user is sniping, you absolutely cannot win. Subpoint. Quote continued. I called it, by the way. Aim assist on snipers and no more flinch. I have shot a sniper first so many times and still get one tap shit on. It makes me fucking irate and I hate it. End quote.
Yep.
This is absolutely true. And instantly can tell when someone who is sniping on the other team is on a controller. And ask me how I can tell. Here's how I can tell. They never miss ever. Because the aim assist, we just spent 30 minutes talking about how strong aim assist is. They also have it on snipers, which are one-shot kill weapons. So if you're holding a sight line with a sniper rifle and you're on a controller, I can't go that way. I will die 100% of the time unless you have a stroke.
Yeah.
And even then, you might just press the fucking trigger and I'm dead. You don't have to aim at all. So the snipers having aim assist plus no flinch, not only can I not cross a sight line if a sniper is holding it, if they have aim assist, which is a terrible problem, but also, even if you're not holding a sight line and I just see you and I shoot you first, because there's no flinch and aim assist and attachments in this game where snipers can ADS very quickly, I will die. I will die. The aim assist on snipers needs to fucking change, or they need to add flinch, or they need to nerf the ADS speed way more than it is now, because I have shot first and died first to controller sniper users 90% of the engagements I've had with them. Not kidding. Actually not exaggerating. There is no outplay potential if someone is sniping on a controller. I can't do anything. I literally can't. Even if I surprise you and I shoot you first and I get you down to 1, all you have to do is have me be on your screen and then ADS and pull your trigger and I'm dead. It's such a huge problem. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's at the point where if I see somebody sniping, I just try to hide and hope like somebody else kills them, because I know already this quick into the game, I know not even to try to peek them because I'm not going to win the gunfight. Like you said, so many fucking times I get them one shot and then they just one tap me. And then on top of that, they have almost no scope glint. Like Modern Warfare was too high. This is too low. It's like, dude, find a middle ground. Like Modern Warfare was like a 10,000 lumen flashlight shining at you. This game, it's like I'm holding up a single fucking candle. You know, it's garbage.
Yeah.
So there needs to be some middle ground there. Balance that a little bit, make them easier to see. But yeah, I just don't peek snipers anymore. I just run away and hide because there's nothing else I can do.
There's
I know
literally
I'm gonna lose it.
Yep, that is exactly what you have to do. There's nothing you can do. But sometimes, like when you're playing Control, for example, what's up, Dylan? We'll address that in a second. When you're playing Control, like we were playing Control on Moscow, and I was attacking, and we were trying to take B, and there's 2 ways in technically, so I could have flanked, but I was spawning where there's one entryway, and they're just holding a sight line. I died every time instantly that I peeked it. You can't miss on console or controller. So it's a disaster. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me, actually. So here's what needs to change. Number 1, snipers need to have flinch. Now, you still can't peek a sight line because you're not going to make a sniper flinch. You're just going to die every time. So that's actually not the best solution, but it would help. Because at least if they're not holding a sight line and I see them in the open and I shoot first, if they flinch, then I can probably get that kill. Hopefully. The flinch should be appropriately strong so that I do. But better than that, take aim assist off snipers. Why? Why are we doing this? They've made a statement about why they added aim assist back on snipers. I don't remember what they said, though. Do you?
No, I don't remember either.
How would you solve this problem?
Get rid of aim assist on snipers.
Would you do both?
I don't know.
Aim assist, remove aim assist and add flinch, or would you only do the remove aim assist?
I think you can even do it. I think it's either you need to add a good amount of flinch, like an annoying amount of flinch. If you keep aim assist, or if aim assist is still on, you need a lot of flinch, or if it's off, then maybe just a very slight amount of flinch. Not much. I think it should be there either way. I think that makes the most sense though.
Both.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. I think it doing that way makes the most sense.
Especially with the time to kill in this game. I kind of agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
The main thing though, if they kept it flinchless, but they at least removed aim assist, I'd be happy with that. Because as it stands now, this is just untenable. This is what makes me the most mad. Like, it actually ruins lobbies. Because if, like, 2 people are on controller and they're sniping in 6s, you just can't kill 2 people unless they, again, have strokes or seizures. And even then, they're more than likely to kill you than you are to kill them.
Yeah.
You'd have to die at your Xbox to not kill someone with a sniper. Like, it's so fucking dumb, dude. It makes me so mad. And by the way, let me rub this in your faces one more time. I called it. You can't have aim assist on snipers and remove flinch and expect this to be balanced. Of course it's not. And have a higher time to kill than MW. What am I supposed to do? There's no outplay potential. It's impossible. So I called it, of course, again.
Twitch.tv/Razinon does it again.
He does it again. By the way, Dylan with the Submarino 17 months. Let's fucking go. Dylan, thank you, brother. ASAP Nope. Noperino. World of Warcraft Gladiator tier healer in PvP 3s. Shout out to Dylan. I had a great
17-monthers.
I had a great time doing 3s with you in WoW for the brief stint, the tryst that we had. It was very fun. I still can't believe how lucky I was to work at an office, and the dude sitting next to me happens to be like this, like literally gladiator healer, like boosted. So that was fun. And he got me 2K. He got me 2K on Nagrand Arena when I was playing my Boomkin, and I literally sat in bear form and spammed Moonfire the entire match. And I was like, what do you want me to do, dude? He's like, fuck it. Hey, send it. Stay bear. I'm just going to heal you until they die. And it worked. So shout out to Dylan, friend of the pod. He says, yeah, dude, you're letting down Dr. Peterson by not having your bed made. I have a poster of Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. He was the impetus for this tattoo. He's a transformative figure in my life. I love Dr. Peterson. One of his precepts is, of course, to clean your damn room, end quote. And my room is a fucking disaster. And my bed is not made, nor is it ever made. So I have, in fact, been letting him down. I apologize. And thank you for pointing that out, Dylan. I will consider cleaning my room and making my bed. Now, when I'm done considering it, I'm not going to do it, but I will consider it. So thank you for pointing that out, Dylan. Bear Gang. Absolutely. I was talking about World of Warcraft, by the way, tier. So anyways, thank you, Dylan. I appreciate you, dude. I hope you're doing well. Is there a reason why they haven't been able to make keyboard mouse compatible with consoles yet? Like you can use your controllers on PCs. There's no reason, because you can do that, Dylan. You've been able to do that for years, in fact. You can plug a keyboard and mouse into your console. Now, you shouldn't. You should use a controller, because it's, especially in Cold War, because the aim assist is so good. But, yeah, you can use keyboard and mouse on console. It's not a problem. People do it. I know a couple people that do it. You shouldn't, but you can. So
that's all you got. Got to make it work.
Yeah. Controller is, in fact, beta. Beta! Anyways, thank you, Dylan. Love you, dude. Let's move on. Weapon balance is another kind of con. I know we talked about how the weapon balance in general is pretty good, which I think it is. But there's still some tweaking that needs to be done. This isn't that big of a deal, because every Call of Duty is this way. It's going to launch. They don't really know what guns are busted and what guns are shit. That's how FPSs work. It's impossible to balance beforehand.
Yeah.
but that's the case here too. So for example, the AK-47, the assault rifle, is the best assault rifle in the beta very easily, like undisputed. Now, I stand the AK-47. I love the AK, and I like that it's actually usable now because it hasn't been usable ever in Modern Warfare. But the AK is too good. It's too much better than all the other ARs. And then on the other side, we have the CRISPR or the KGB or whatever the fuck the SMG is called, which is dog shit. And we also have the Krig 6, another AR that is utter dog shit. So the weapon balance does need some tweaking. But in general, it's pretty good. But yeah, the weapon balance needs some work. Tanner, I'm going to go piss out my huge white dick. Give us your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much said it earlier. I really don't agree with that. It's hard to talk on this when you don't have like all the weapons maxed out. From what I can tell so far, I've been thinking it's fine. The AK is good. I've never once thought it's overpowered. I mean, maybe Raz is just saying it's insane because it's better than the Krig or something, but I don't know. I haven't once used it and thought it's overpowered. I think more it comes down to the headshot multiplier in this game is way too high, and the time to kill is, too quick. So I really actually haven't ventured out with too many weapons though. I've been trying to like run a select few pretty much. I'm pretty much running the MP5 and the AK-47 to trying to get those max level and really put in time with those because they seem like they are at least better. Again, a lot of the guns seem very good, but so it's really just hard for me to comment on that completely. But I don't know. I think in past games, Treyarch isn't good at all at balancing. Yeah, that's true, Cam. The Uzi is really nice. Oh fuck, I can't think of what it's called now. Oh my god, I can't think of it. Milano? Yeah, that gun's really fucking good too. But I don't know, dude. I'm having a good time with all of them right now. I think they're all fun to use, and nothing stands out as being like better than the next one. So.
Well, hold on, Tanner. Real quick. So I think I misspoke because you raised a good point. I don't think the AK-47 is overpowered. I just think it's way better than every other gun. And I'm not being cute when I say that. Like the AK-47's fine. It's a good assault rifle that works really well. I don't think it's OP in the same way like the M16 was. But when I said that it's OP, I just mean the AK-47. And like you said, also, we don't have all the attachments on all the assault rifles, so it's possible that other ARs actually get better. They have what's it called? Power spike. Any League of Legends fucking reprobates in the chat.
Yikes.
Where they get like some attachment and all of a sudden that gun like becomes better than other guns. This is the case in a lot of games, a lot of Call of Duty games actually, like the KN-57 and BO4. That gun is not good until you get rapid fire and hybrid mags.
True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's dog shit without them. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, like the Krig 6 might be that way where it's like we think it's bad now because we don't have it maxed. But if we had it maxed and we had like the insane attachments, then we would be like, oh, okay, well, we were wrong about the balancing issue here. So you could be right about that. But all I'm saying is like, from what I can tell, the AK really fucking stands out. So yeah, I don't think it's OP. I don't think the AK needs to be nerfed necessarily. I think it's more like the Krig 6 needs to be buffed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So. Next point here. Shotguns are secondaries, which we kind of talked about. This is a con. And the SPAS 12, I don't know what it's called in this game. I don't care. It's the semi-auto shotgun with a refire rate faster than a FAL. Probably not literally. I'm being facetious. Is unsurprisingly totally broken and requires absolutely no skill whatsoever. This is another theme that we've discussed on this podcast, which is if a weapon is overpowered, at least require skill for it to be abused. For example, the SPR, also known as the R700, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Was that gun overpowered? Of course it was. But you at least had to aim. You couldn't abuse the gun if you were total dog shit, because you have to actually land a snipe for it to be overpowered. Even if it is hit scan and has insane damage and handling and everything. It's super OP. Yes. But you also had to aim it, at least. The SPAS 12 is what is wrong. The SPAS 12 is the worst case scenario for an overpowered weapon. It's just as busted as the SPR was pre-nerf, but also, unlike the SPR, it takes absolutely no skill to get the maximum benefit out of it. You can do perfectly with, you can do as well as Syrian. Let me pump the brakes. You can do very well with it without being good at all. You can have no thumbs and go get a nuke with a SPAS 12 as it stands. And further, not only is it a broken gun in the game, it's also a secondary. So you don't even have, so you can run an AK with a SPAS 12 and just fucking run through kids, which is a disaster. So, shotguns being secondaries is an issue, which we talked about, and the SPAS 12 is way too strong. I don't know how you balance a SPAS 12, honestly. I think it just shouldn't be in the game. I don't think it's balanceable.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's either just really bad and no one's going to use it, which would be great, but they're not going to do that, or it's overpowered pretty much.
Yeah. So any other thoughts on this?
Take shotguns out of the game. How about that?
Agreed. Yeah. So, yeah, I actually don't know what they're going to do about this. I don't think they're going to do anything, honestly. I just think we're probably just going to have to get used to this SPAS 12. Just outplay people with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully once we have more guns, there will be something else out there that will make people not want to even run a shotgun. But I don't really see that being the case.
Don't
but
hold
I can
your
hope.
breath. Yeah, for sure. Next point here. This is a pretty big con. And we're almost through this list, boys. So let's hang in there. And by the way, for whoever asked, yes, we're going to attempt to we'll get into it, but we're going to attempt to play the Cold War beta after this. So next point here. The time to kill is very inconsistent, and that is because the headshot multiplier is so fucking high. Do you work tomorrow, Tanner?
No.
Okay. Because you're drinking water, which is weird.
Piss?
Yes. Drink alcohol, pussy. The time to kill is very inconsistent because the headshot multiplier is really high. And there's no way around this other than, of course, reducing the headshot multiplier. I think on average right now it's like 1.4. So there are times where I will literally get one framed by an MP5. And then there are other times where I'm getting hit marker after hit marker after hit marker, like being hit markered a bunch, and I'm still alive. And I'm like, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm alive. And then I'll like get in cover, stim, and then turn on that kid and make him wish he had never turned on his Xbox and all of his teammates. That happens all the time, of course. But if they sprinkle in a headshot or two, that equation changes real fucking quick, and it results in a very inconsistent time to kill and time to die, which I think is pretty bad for the game, and I don't like it. And it's all because, and only because, the headshot multiplier is so fucking high in this game. Higher than most other Call of Duties, if not every other Call of Duty. So, what are your thoughts, TDS?
Yeah, it's, I mean, at first I thought the time to kill was just way too low. But yeah, the more I played it, I have noticed, I think it comes down to the headshot multiplier. I mean, even with that being said, I would still rather have a longer time to kill. Because it's still feeling too much like Modern Warfare, Like I miss, dude. Every single gunfight in BO4 was a gunfight.
Yes.
You shot, they shot, you strafed, you crouched, you tried to have better movement than them. There was always a gunfight that went on. In this, it's still not like that. It's still like Modern Warfare, where it's just one person's dead. And then, everything just happens so quick.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. So I think the time to kill does need to be adjusted, but also the headshot multiplier needs to change. It needs to be, what did you say it was, like 1.4?
The headshot multiplier, I believe that is what Exclusive A said the average is. 1.4. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. It needs to be lower a lot.
It 100% needs to be lower.
I don't know what value, to be clear. I'm not sure. But that whatever it is now is too high. It's very obvious. I will say I want to push back on you a little bit. I don't think there's no gunfights in this game, because if neither person's landing headshots, there really are gunfights. Outside of the headshot multiplier, the time to kill is pretty good right now.
Keep that in mind for sure.
But when you sprinkle in headshots, it hit different. It's a different joint. It's not the vibe. No cap on a stack. To keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I've definitely been in like some gunfights, which I really enjoy, like you said. That is, in fact, the point of a first-person shooter game, to get in gunfights and see who can aim better and who can move better. That is why we play arcade first-person shooter games.
That's why.
So I wouldn't say there's none of those, but there are intermittently some of them. And then other times where you'll sprinkle in a headshot and some dude just melts, or you'll be headshotted and you'll just fucking melt. And the inconsistency is almost worse because you don't know what to expect. You're like, can I re-peek this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I could die in 50 milliseconds or 500. Like, actually. So I don't know, like, what to do. And it's hard to plan anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I would say reduce the headshot multiplier. Now, we have one more point, courtesy of Tanner Dropshot. But first, we have a development, breaking news in the chat. TTV_notoriety has entered the stream. Welcome, brother. And he has said hello. And also, he has very generously bestowed upon us this bounty, this harvest of 5,000 biddies. Let's fucking go. Jesus, dude. Notoriety. Welcome, brother. And thank you for the 5,000 bits. That's a lot of bits, I should add. It's almost too many. It's a lot of money. So thank you, dude. That's very generous, and I really do appreciate it. And welcome, dude. I have to say, I don't recognize your name, but you've now said it's Optimus, had to change my name. Okay, now it makes more sense. Op, welcome back, dude. Thank you, brother. You have been generous in the past, and you've indeed been generous this evening. So Op, also known as Notoriety. By the way, in a month, change it again. Don't put TTV in your name on Twitch. We're on Twitch TV. You don't need to put TTV in it, right? So I will say that. But nonetheless,
every name he makes, you say is a change it, dude.
Well,
Poor guy.
It's two names. It's not every name, but
every single one. Then,
nonetheless, Notoriety is probably also taken, so maybe he had to. Regardless, thank you, dude. I really appreciate it, brother. And I'm glad your stream is working now, young king. But I appreciate the love, dude. I appreciate the support. 5,000 bits is quite a bit. Thank you, sir. I am honored, humbled, and privileged. I appreciate you, dude. Love you. And now, our last con of the evening was written by Tanner Dropshot. Tanner, what do we have here?
Well, the beta's just fucking garbage, basically, for me. I can barely, on Friday, I crashed. I streamed for about an hour, and I crashed. I think I streamed for an hour and 20 minutes, and I literally crashed, not exaggerating, 10 times in that time. And before I started streaming earlier in the day, I crashed like 2 or 3 times. So it hasn't been fun. I tried all the dumb fixes people claim to have. Hey, guess what? None of them work, right? None of them. I did every single one. So yesterday I decided, like, last ditch ever, okay, I'll reinstall. I saw people say, like, I reinstalled, didn't fix anything. So I reinstalled. I played 8 full games before I got a crash. So I was like, oh, dope. Okay, so that's working pretty well because crashes are normal in beta.
Yes,
started playing again,
crashing. Yeah.
and I crashed shortly after that. So I'm like, oh, okay. So they put out another patch today. I assumed that would fix it. Well, of course, I get off work. I want to test it out, make sure everything's working before I stream tonight. And oh, what do you fucking know? I've crashed 4 or 5 times before I even started the pod in an hour, basically. So I don't know how this is going to work. I may just not be able to stream this game again, which is super unfortunate because it completely just ruins the experience. Completely. It's not fun. I started at level 31 today. I've attempted to play for over an hour and I'm still level 31, literally, because I rank up mid game and then I crash and nothing saves. So it's like I'm not kidding. I've unlocked the same fucking barrel for the AK-47 5 times today. I'm not kidding. It's so frustrating and dumb. So I'm going to give it like 2 or 3 times tonight. If it does, I'm just going to say fuck it and go rage sleep or something. I don't know. So it's very unfortunate. That's the worst part of the beta by far for me. So over the last few days, I've crashed at least 20 times then.
Yeah.
So
that really sucks. And he really has tried everything. It's happening mostly to PC players, but console players are having issues too. Everyone, I feel like, is crashing an amount of time. I've crashed probably 5 times this weekend, but I've also played quite a bit without crashing. So in general, my beta experience has been good and pretty stable with some crashes. But Tanner's been crashing fucking every other game, it feels like.
Fucking annoying.
It's weird because you had one stretch last night where you played like for hours without crashing.
Yeah, and of course, and what do both of the patches say that they released yesterday and today? Oh, fixes for PC crashes. Hey, didn't fix mine, cocksuckers.
Yeah, unfortunate. So yeah,
So hopefully that's fixed by the time the game comes out.
Hopefully it is. I think that probably will be. It's just weird that none of these Reddit nerds could figure out how to solve it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. But yeah, hopefully it's fixed before live. It is annoying for sure, but yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is just a beta, so it doesn't really matter. As long as it's fixed by live, I think I'm happy. That's pretty much where I'm at. Yeah. But it would be nice to be able to stream it this evening, so hopefully it works. It won't, but hopefully it will.
It won't. It's not going to, but yeah.
So with that, we're gonna do a wrap up here. Overall, my thoughts on the beta, pros and cons, everything taken into account. Let me just read to you what I've written. Quote, love it. Infinitely better than Modern Warfare. It has issues now, which we've gone over, and will continue to not be perfect, but it's just so much better than MDub. Subpoint, quote, for all of you retards who listen to this podcast and complain that I'm just always negative Nancy about everything related to Call of Duty, absolutely wrong. All caps. Absolutely wrong. I want the game, the franchise, to succeed. I am not just some typical dipshit, unsatisfiable Call of Duty player.
Well, okay.
Has this episode not been proof? I can be satisfied. And here is your proof. Cold War beta has been unambiguously overall a fun and positive experience, which I very much enjoyed. and it is a good game for now. Now, that is, of course, subject to change, and over the course of a year, I'm going to find things that make me very angry and annoyed, which I will talk about. But I find it inconceivable that this game is going to be as bad as Modern Warfare. Inconceivable. I've had more fun playing this beta than I've ever had playing Modern Warfare. And I don't think I'm joking. The only time I've had more fun playing Modern Warfare than I have playing this beta is when we're last 4 circles in Warzone. That's more fun than the beta. But everything else, I have more fun playing. The Cold War beta, where you're level capped to 31 and there's 3 weapons, I have more fun playing
40.
that than Modern Warfare. Because Modern Warfare is just a shit game. So again, I want to reiterate, for all of you who say, oh, Razinon, the host just shit on the game all the time. They're just so negative, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. You're wrong. I'm not just a negative person. I'm actually a very positive person, as a matter of fact. And I'm... Okay, we'll keep that in mind. And again, here's your proof. Cold War's actually fun, and it's good. And I really fucking like it so far. It has problems, but I am confident most of those problems are going to be solved, or at least addressed to some degree. And this game is just going to be good. It's just going to be better than Modern Warfare. So when you guys all get fucking furious that I always just shit on Modern Warfare, the reason I do that says nothing about me. It's not that I'm a negative person. Wrong. It is that Modern Warfare is the worst Call of Duty that has ever been made. Don't put that at my feet. It is not my fault that Modern Warfare is the worst game of Call of Duty that has ever been made. It's not my fault. Okay? So when I'm negative about Modern Warfare, don't get mad at me. It would be like you getting mad at me for having a poor outlook on the Holocaust. Hey, the Holocaust wasn't great, and I have negative feelings about it. That doesn't say much about me. It says a lot more about the Holocaust, right? Modern Warfare, exact same thing. Me shitting on Modern Warfare doesn't say anything about me. It just speaks, it is a testament to how bad Modern Warfare is. So, in summary, Cold War beta is great. And I love it, and I've had a lot of fun, and it is infinitely better than MDub. And if we want to compare apples to apples, the Cold War beta is literally 40 times as fun as the Modern Warfare beta was for me. So, those are my thoughts. Tanner, overall, what do you think?
Okay, well, that was entirely too much info for an overall, but yeah, the Modern Warfare beta was fucking awful. It's I don't like giving like real impressions on it, having played something so little, but I don't know. The main thing that stands out to me though is the movement, and I like quick movement games, and that's good. I think the gunplay just isn't going to be great all year. I don't think that's really going to change. I'm not ever going to be pleased with that probably, but the game plays better than I thought it was going to be. It looked fucking terrible. The movement looked horrendous, but as I actually played it, I love the sliding mechanics. Everything just feels good. Like the sprint out, the ADS, it's all really fun. And I'm excited to see what we get when it comes to actual, like the challenge system and all that. I'm very excited for all that. Because we have heard no info on any of that at all.
That's another good point, yeah.
Except for I did see MW2 Ghost today say, by the way, that Dark Ops challenges are apparently coming back.
Ooh. Which
is nothing crazy, but that's pretty much confirmed. But yeah, the beta definitely better than I thought it was going to be. It's hard to give it a good rating when my game's just crashing all the time. It just gives me a negative view on the game no matter what, even if it was amazing. So
yeah.
Without that though, like last night when I played 8 games in a row without crashing, I had a really fucking fun time during the hangout. We were having a blast. It was fun, like being in voice with everyone, having a full 6 stack.
Patreon.com/the Dropshot.
Yeah, playing Hardpoint and all that. That was really fun. So those were good times. I just wish I could play more, actually. I would easily be rank 40 by now. Easily have more weapons unlocked. So I haven't been able to experience all that because of the fucking crashes. So the beta is better than I thought. Yeah, there's just never going to be a Call of Duty that I absolutely love anymore. That's just what it is. Games just are different now, and I don't know. But I'd say for me, it's like a solid like 6.5, 7 out of 10 for the beta. Whereas the Modern Warfare beta was a hard 2, 3 maybe.
Literally a 2 out of 10 for me. Yeah.
It was yeah. When we were so excited for that game and we played that beta and we're like, oh, this game's gonna be terrible. We were disappointed. It
was so bad. I got bored of it fast, dude.
Oh, I know.
And
we were bored of it after literally 2 hours. Like the first day. Like we didn't even play the beta for sure the last day. I don't think I played it the last 2 days, and it was only like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
So
all true. So yeah, agreed. I mean, it's looking pretty good. In summary, I definitely have a better outlook on it than Tanner does. But like he said, that also definitely has something to do with all the crashing issues he had. Of course, that leaves a sour taste in your mouth. It would leave one, and I wouldn't have a monitor because I would have punched it. Like, call me itchy. I would have punched it out by now. So yeah, I hear you. So, Tanner, go ahead and go live and just queue without me for a game or two. See if you crash, and then if you don't, we'll run. And then if you do, maybe we can do some Warzone. Or if you're gonna just... I
don't even want to play Warzone because I just keep seeing everyone in chat now talk about the AA-12. I don't even want to experience that. I think I'm officially at the point in this game, like last year with BO4, I could go the rest of this game without playing Modern Warfare. I just don't want to anymore. You know?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
Just don't fucking care anymore.
You're missing out, but...
Yeah, well, don't care.
Okay. Well,
it's not fun. I'm not going to do it.
Either way, go ahead and go live and just queue a game without me and see what happens while I wrap this bitch up. So, yeah, those are our thoughts. This was Unep, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. And the next section of this program is iTunes reviews. If you leave a 5-star review on iTunes, and you write a review, I'll read it, and I don't care what it says. And we will start first with this review from X Sorrow. Change it. Love the podcast, especially episode 69. Hashtag change it. Great. Formerly Sorrow Saint. Which is probably just as bad as X Sorrow without the W. So, they're both awful. Change it again. How about that? Change it to again. So, review. I was going back and forth with the idea of ditching console for quite some time after a lot of consideration and great insight on episode 69. Episode 69, by the way, was with Jake Down, where we interviewed him, which was the perspective of a console player who switched, a console controller player who switched to PC keyboard and mouse. That is all episode 69 was. It's got raving reviews. It's an award-winning episode. If you're thinking of switching, there's a lot of good detail and info there. We've got a lot of praise for that episode, so I suggest you all listen to it if you haven't. And that's what he's referring to. I made the decision to ditch console for good and go back to my outdated gaming rig, PC. I canceled my pre-order on PS4 for Cold War and pre-ordered on my PC. I'm currently in the works of upgrading it. I have a new GPU on the way, hopefully a new CPU soon, so thank you, Dropshot. Don't call us Dropshot. We've been over this. For really opening my eyes to PC gaming and inspiring me to make the jump to the PC master race for good. Much thanks, Muskogee Warrior. Let's go, dude. You love to see it. I'm glad you got some utility out of episode 69. It was, as I've said, an award-winning episode, chocked full of valuable intel. So I'm glad that had some utility for you. I'm also glad to hear you're not buying whatever the fuck console. Great. So also, Sorrow Saint, Muskogee Warrior, change them all. Thank you for the analytics. Next one. The Robot Knifer. Also change it. 5 stars. Best podcast is the title of this review. This podcast is the best one I've seen. They speak their mind and don't care if fanboys get butthurt. Absolutely true. I'm glad you appreciate our candor. The Robot Knifer. So I appreciate the kind words and, of course, the analytics. Dumb bitch. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. That is going to wrap this bitch up. So thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. I will remind you the best way to support us is, of course, besides listening, joining our Patreon. Patreon.com/thedropshot. You get access to the entire catalog the instant you join. So there's a ton of episodes in the backlog just waiting for you to listen to them. And all you have to do, patreon.com/thedropshot. $5 a month, 4 bonus episodes per month, plus, of course, the whole catalog. And then there's other shit available. You can see our Patreon page for details. Follow me on Twitter at Razinon, twitch.tv/Razinon, where the podcast is, of course, streamed live, and on Instagram, Razinon TTV. Tanner can be found on Twitter at Tanner Dropshot, one word, twitch.tv/Tanner Dropshot, where we stream Call of Duty Cold War beta crashes. And if you have Amazon Prime, link it to your Twitch account and give Tanner your Twitch Prime subscription. Rate us 5 stars on iTunes. Tell your dumb fuck friends about us. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. Of course, we are so close to 1K subscribers, so do it now. We have full episodes of the pod with video and clips of the podcast and gameplay breakdowns, which will be forthcoming soon. So please subscribe over there. We also have 2 merch stores, clothes, accessories, etc. Join the fucking Discord, of course. And all of these links are in the show notes. And last, but certainly not least, an extra special thank you to our Damascus patrons. Mr. Salmonella, J. Pritch, Slivovitz, Jake Down, Zerosio, Rainman, Sandstoner, To Kill Us a Rocking Bird, Face Esquire, Tyler H., Gift Curse, Adam H., Sniff Sniff Hambone, change it, Von Trapp, Optimus Primed, Aussie Menace, Vesterg, Godadope, Josh V, Dreves, Civ, Dread Pirate, Roberts, Sly, Dr. J Web, Patrick C, Derek R, Wade M, It's to Pickle, That Dirty Clap, Killicam, Pre-Shock, Garrett S, Michael C, Jada Pinkett Smith, Lemur Party, Freeze, The Dave Daly, Young Evan, Read a Book, Brandon L, Sean B, and last but certainly not least, an extra special thank you to our one and only Obsidian patron, the Dropshot Patriarch, the Vaping Viking. Also, J-Lack, thank you for the sub, and holy shit, Meth Mouth with the 5 gifty boys. Let's fucking go. Thank you, boys. You'd love to see it. I am honored, humbled, and privileged. Jay, welcome back. And Meth Mouth, that is a lot of gifted subs. I love you and appreciate you, dude. Thank you, brother. Deeply honored, humbled, and privileged. A lot of fucking insane support tonight. I don't deserve you guys. I really fucking appreciate everyone who stopped by and merely listened. And I extra appreciate some of you who pissed away a lot of money this evening on this program. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe because in addition to full episodes like this, we've also got clips from the show, as well as gameplay breakdowns and more on the channel. The show is streamed live on twitch.tv/Razinon every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So give us a follow over there, make sure to turn on notifications, and you can chat with us live during the podcast. And of course, we are available wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for the Dropshot on your favorite podcast app and make sure to give us a follow. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. And as always, remember, stay humble.